in a vestibule at St. Pat's doing
ass sex.
Lick, 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 lick.
Sounds great.
Complete whores.
Opie and Anthony got this couple to have sex in New York's St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Desecration against the church is disrespectful. It's a true sacrilege.
It was just a joke. Opie's fault again.
How can we blow up our lives today?
You rocking sex. Uh-oh, we're in it again.
They hire people who are artists to do a certain thing, and then when they go too far, they suddenly wash their hands of them if they feel the heat is too heavy.
Opie and Anthony should not have been fired.
Technically, we didn't get fired.
They probably shouldn't have hired them in the first place.
Exiled radio hosts.
They had been fired in Boston after announcing that the mayor was killed. Another prank.
And I go, Anthony, I got a great idea today. We're going to tell the whole city of Boston that the mayor died in a fiery car crash while he was on vacation in Florida. What do you think?
Oh my God, is this a bad one?
Oh, it just gets worse and worse.
Everything just went right down the crapper.
Can I just say fuck?
The duo is signed on with XM Satellite Radio.
Thank God.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Oh, what a glorious day.
It's all about me. I play golf with old guys.
I am a grinning idiot. Act.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. We're back now at the new climate of radio. Ho, ho, Opie.
Thank you. You don't go to CNN for dick jokes. Don't come to O&A for hard-hitting news.
Я обожаю Опи и Энтони.
私はOpieとAnthony毎日聞きます。
Опи хуй, большой и красивый.
I don't know.
Your mom's box.
We stink.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I say awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
This is great iced tea.
You dick. Oh, those guys are back.
It's not a tumor. Stop whining. Stop it.
I'll be back.
There is no bathroom.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I'm a cop, you idiot.
And of course,
Dylan.
good old Dylan.
Dylan.
Good old Dylan.
Dylan.
Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio.
The O&A virus spreading across America.
That's getting more and more apparent, isn't it? That it is indeed spreading.
We got proof of that, actually. Jimmy Norton back in studio. He played Atlanta all weekend long, and the people were coming out in droves, right?
Shit, man. I really was surprised at how good the response was in Atlanta. I mean,
your mic's low, my mic's low.
Yeah, something's a little odd.
Damn it!
On
we
this
just
Monday.
Want to broadcast.
How does it get fucked up when it was fine?
I thought it was me, so I turned up the headphones. Look how far my headphones are up, just so I can hear myself. And then Jimmy starts talking, and you're like, yeah.
Is that low right there, or is it okay?
It sounds a little better now, to be honest with you. What is going on with the mics now?
I don't know. Every so often, they feel they have to fuck them up. Like they could be fine. They're rolling along fine. For months, the mics were fine. And then someone decides, hey, let me just throw a monkey wrench into the show and fuck it up for no apparent reason. Because there's no reason I could even think of why someone would fuck our mics up.
Know what amazes me? There are people that think they know better than us. No one knows better than us.
We know everything.
We know everything about this business. Stop trying to help us out.
I got a weird thing going on where my right headphone is just a tad louder than my left. That's why I was doing this before the show started. And
not too distracted.
And it's a little odd.
You know, it's hard enough to...
I'm broadcasting like sideways. I'm tilting over.
I understand. It's hard enough to, make what you say interesting. Without having...
It is!
Without having technical problems to deal with. Even if everything was working perfectly...
Right.
It's still hard to make this shit sound like something. Right. So we don't need technical problems.
Glitches.
We don't need glitches.
No glitches.
Now it sounds better.
No, we're just getting used to it.
You think?
How's Jimmy? How's the mic?
How's that? That's how I talk.
Now you
normally.
sound much better.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Sounds
Maybe
better.
it was because the music and I was talking quiet.
Hopefully it works.
No, but that has never been a problem before. But that's what I'm thinking too, because the music was part of the whole mix.
Well, we had to put the new RL 1002 filter in. Oh, you did? Why? Because someone ordered it because they wanted to justify their job.
Right.
Oh, is that why? And then someone installed it because that job has to be justified. Oh, okay. I see how this works now.
You know why you couldn't hear me? I'm soft-spoken.
You are.
I'm gentle.
No one knows more than us.
We know it all.
Thank you.
So Atlanta was fantastic, man. I could not believe. It was good to get a test for a place that we were never on before to go and see how the response was.
Mm-hmm.
I walk out the first night. They said that's really good for a Thursday. It wasn't sold out, but it was a really nice crowd for a Thursday night. And the MC made a mistake. A lot of people say Opie and Andy. They just, even though they know it's Anthony, it
comes
just
out that way. I'm thinking of just changing my name to Opie.
It's the Opie and Opie show. So she goes, Opie and Andy, and I walk out and I go, yeah, it's good to be here from the Opie and Andy show, and the place explodes. I couldn't. I figured like a few people, 4 people would enjoy. You. It was more out of annoyance than anything. And
You sure there isn't an Opie and Andy show down there, and they thought you were from there?
Yes, they probably thought
Maybe
I was.
That's why you got such a good response.
Yes, they had them bring me on as Aunt B.
Oh, man.
You thought he died a few weeks ago? Jimmy nuts. Whatever they do. And I had a great weekend down there, man. Every show had a fantastic O&A response.
Yeah.
75% at least of the crowds were Opie and Anthony. I could
Wow.
not believe
That's great.
how much O&A audience showed
That's
up.
great.
And they couldn't believe it. They're like, wow, that XM is really good, huh?
You could tell, and it's hard to describe to people because people ask sometimes how you guys do, how you doing with the listeners and stuff and satellite, and it's hard to give any definitive answers to why we think we're doing good but then there's just a feeling, and then things like that you can tell. Like we were able to tell at NEW when things started really clicking, and it's the same thing here. You can kind of tell that things are just
It's starting to
really
move along
rolling.
now.
The live appearances are just madhouses.
Well, we had over 1,000 people at the Hard Rock Cafe on
Yeah.
Friday. We'll get into that whole discussion soon.
And a year ago, when we had our St. Pat's thing, it was great and all. We had a lot of fun, but there sure as shit wasn't that many people.
No,
I
it was
gotta start
definitely a
bringing-
lot bigger this year.
I gotta start bringing WOW stickers with me just to have them because I sell merch. I forget to bring it. People always ask for them. I forget to bring them with me. I gotta start doing it.
Actually, a listener was doing a WOW sticker stop at one of your shows.
Oh, was it good? They should
And
do
said
it
it
every
went-
show.
And said it went over great. Let's go to Cocksock from Alabama.
Hey, boys.
What's up? You traveled
man.
from Alabama to see Jimmy?
Yes, I did. I live right on the border of Alabama and Georgia. I'm in the military, and I saw young Jimmy up there killing. It was beautiful.
Thanks, man. How far is that from the gig?
It took about it's like 100 miles, so it was like an hour and a half.
He did the
something like
Smokey
that,
and the
but-
Bandit run.
Yeah. Let's see, 100 miles, 40 minutes.
Eastbound and down, going to check out Jimmy.
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
Very good,
Thanks, man.
Cocksock.
Yep.
Bye, Angel.
All right, let's go to Eric in Atlanta. Eric.
Hey, boys, how you doing this morning?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Jimmy, I just want to let you know you killed in Atlanta, man. You were absolutely wonderful.
Oh, thank you, man. I definitely had a great time. It's one of the best gigs in the country. Punchline.
Hey, I wanted to find out that Ron Jeremy thing that you do during your bit. Is that a true story, or is that just a bit that you put on?
Oh, that old gag.
I love
Atlanta
that one.
got to hear that one for the first time.
It's beautiful. That's never been done on TV. I saved that one. I'm not stupid. You don't
fucking with Jimmy.
No, you don't blow out all your
My
your
problem
closing bits.
is I've seen Jimmy so much. I've heard that bit maybe
50 times.
That was a spontaneous story. He came out with it on the spot, Opie.
That old gag.
Here's where I'm at now. I guess a lot of the celebrity stories, there's very few new celebrity stories. However, there's a lot in the beginning that's very new. But people in Atlanta, most of
Oh, in
them
all
know.
fairness, I
Yeah.
should say that last time I saw Jimmy, he had all new material.
But no, the question, to answer your question, sir, it's completely true, and I don't add or subtract anything from the story. It's absolutely true.
There you go.
I got you. I had one other thing. I'm a big supporter of the show, but the people that were screaming out O&A Party Rock throughout your bit, it just kind of took away from the bit. I kept feeling like I had to pause, for the cause. But,
Oh, no.
I just wanted to hear you and people screaming out O&A Party Rock the whole time. Like I said, I'm a big supporter of the show, but it just kind of took away from me.
You know what? It's I actually didn't really notice that. I'm so used to it in like Philly
Yep.
and Boston, you know what I mean, where it's like they're complete kooks. that a couple of yells here really didn't do anything.
You could say assholes.
No, but I didn't notice it, dude. I would tell you.
They're complete douche.
Those geese. No, I honestly did not really notice it. I know I did a few Steve from Yellowstones just to call back a joke or whatever, and that really was very well received. You don't know how nice that is.
How cool is that?
Oh, it feels so good.
Was the O&A Party Rock done with a Southern accent?
It's so fast you can't tell. They're so... O&A Party Rock! Yeah, I guess a little bit.
And what was the most interesting thing when we were off the air for a couple of years? I was following Jimmy around the country because I just had to come up with shit to do. And he went down to Dallas to do his stand-up. And to see these hardcore Opie and Anthony fans in Dallas reciting all the lines from the show with this Dallas accent. I don't know. I guess it's Southern, but it's a Texas accent.
Texas.
With their big cowboy hats on and stuff. And it was so bizarre
big
to
old
me.
belt buckles.
It was so bizarre to me that to see, what we saw in New York all the time, people, rabid fans that recite shit to you, but done with a Texas accent. It was really strange.
It's always weird to hear like black people that love the show too. Like I'm always happy, but when I see like a black couple in the audience, I'm always surprised when they're online for merchandise. Like, oh wow, you guys actually enjoyed it. All right.
I think that's great. It really shows their open-mindedness.
Yes.
It's hysterical to hear Ramon with a Southern accent.
Yeah, right on.
Ramon.
Yeah, exactly.
And I had a problem in the hotel I stayed at. I stayed at this what is it called? Doubletree Suites, and they were doing. I get there, right? And this is Kenny went with me, of course. And he's fucking earnest, efficient.
Yes.
We get there, and there's construction in the hotel. So Kenny goes, will this be disturbing us? The construction, and they're like, no, you won't even notice it.
You're on the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah. The other side of the construction that shakes the entire building.
In the afternoon, I'm trying to doze off. I get up, I do morning radio. I'm up at like 6, and I hear it's a fucking jackhammer on the floor above me. It's only a 5-floor little hotel. You try to the sleep deprivation, man, is rage building. It's amazing. Like I had to leave because I was afraid that I was going to do something that was going to get me arrested. I was going to throw something through the window. I didn't tinkle on the floor at all. Believe me, I didn't do that. I didn't get so angry that I pissed on the floor. I mean, I would never do that because that would be borderline mentally ill. It was as and here's the angry part. Doubletree Suites in Atlanta. Maybe you've stayed there. Anybody out there who's ever stayed at the Doubletree Suites in Atlanta? Maybe you've stayed there many times and enjoyed yourself. I call the manager. And she's so arrogant because I'm like, look, I'm trying to sleep, and they told us this construction wouldn't bother us. Well, it's construction. We don't know where it's going to be.
Oh,
you don't understand. I talked to the lady, and she lied to us. No one lied to you.
No one lied to you. They said that there wasn't going to be.
No one lied to you. Like, who would accept that they would have construction noises?
Yes, they're going to jackhammer over you.
In a hotel, right?
So we left, and I wanted to bite her face. I couldn't see her. A guy like almost threw a pen at Kenny. A well-run hotel. The Doubletree Suites there on Dunwoody Road in Atlanta. Really well-run hotel because Kenny's in front of customers asking the German fuck behind the counter, what's the name of that manager that was so rude to us? And the guy told him, and then Kenny's like, can I have a pen to write it down? And the guy just about threw the pen at Kenny, and Kenny's like, thanks for throwing it at me, and I thought Kenny was going to strangle him.
Yeah.
So we go to this other place, and it's a nicer hotel, and it's like relaxing, it's quiet. And then the next night, there's fucking bellman. It's a 7 o'clock show. They can't pick us up, so Kenny's like, goes down to 20 of to make sure that the shuttle will be there, the hotel shuttle, because he's efficient.
Yes.
Kenny's like, if it's not going to be there, tell me. We'll have a cab. And the guy's like, it'll be there. So we go down there, and it's not there.
Of course. Why would it be there?
Why would it be there? Why would that balding shit at the Westin Hotel have had the thing? Why would you, sir? You can't even keep your hair on. Why? So
the shuttle fled like his hair follicles.
It just
decided not to come back.
Disappeared. The shuttle was receding, and sometimes he'll brush the shuttle over to the side. One too many. All right. So I frustrated. There's no shuttle, no cab. It's like 10 after 7 now, and it's a 7 o'clock show. They call us and say the opening act is in there. She thinks it's an 8 o'clock show. So there's the middle, who's this girl Tig from L.A., who I love, and me. Kenny and I are both livid. So the guy's like, it's coming soon. And it's not coming soon. So the French manager comes out.
French.
And I got to give the guy, it wasn't his fault. He's like, I'm so sorry, what can I do? The guys, you see Kenny pointing at him, and I'm like, this is not going well.
No.
And the guy comes out, and Kenny's like, it was supposed to be here. The guy's like, okay, I will take you. So the manager of the hotel runs, gets his car, fucking spins around. It's a little teeny, it looks like a Jaguar, but it's not. It's like these new fucking Chevys are supposed to look like Caddies, but they're not. They're designed like that. I don't like it.
I don't either.
Believe me, you'll never see Chevy Jimmy.
No. Caddy Jimmy.
Caddy Jimmy. Chevy Jimmy. What am I, a cocksucker? So I'm standing there with Kenny, and it's so funny, because now we get in the car, and the guy's like, how do I get there? Kenny's like, we don't know. So it's a big problem. The guy has to get out of his own car. He leaves his own car door open. The shuttle pulls up. Kenny and I jump out of the car, walk up to the shuttle, and Kenny's like, how do we get to the place? And the guy's like, I don't know. So the manager comes out. He's asking the shuttle driver. The shuttle driver has no idea. Kenny says to the manager, drive us in that. It's bigger. The guy jumps in, leaves his own car running with the fucking car doors open. Kenny is an intimidating, uncomfortable, frightening animal.
Do you understand? You didn't get a courtesy ride. He carjacked. Kenny carjacked the guy.
He told the manager, take us in that. It's bigger. It's bigger. The guy jumps in, leaves his own car open, speeds out. The guy is so afraid of Kenny.
Yeah.
And he's driving in a really scary way. And Kenny's like, we'd like to get there safely. This isn't Europe. You can't drive in the left lane.
Club Soda Kenny in Speed 3.
He really, really takes care of things. And even when he does take care of things, sometimes other people's incompetence will override.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. That is great. Man, I mean, you're getting props about the show. A couple more here. Half a Hulk nut. What's up?
What's up, fellas?
Hate to see that.
Well, he's on Pal Talk, so you just might see him one day. What's up, bro?
We drove from South Georgia, and, man, that was a damn killer show, and it made the trip worth it whenever Jim at the end of the show, he's like...
This guy drove 4 hours.
Wow, thank you. Thank you,
You drove 4 hours, right? That's the key to the story.
Yeah, right. We drove right at 4 hours and made it worth it when he was friendly, took pictures of everybody, and there was a big ass long line.
You do understand people were driving from all over to see you, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, it was
from other states and stuff.
Yeah, the Carolina, like the close Carolinas, 4 hours, whatever it was. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Let's go to Shannon in Georgia. Shannon.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Hi, Shannon.
The only reason I was going to you because I thought you were abroad. This always sucks.
Shannon thing really throws.
Because I'll be completely honest, I'll take you inside the show a little bit, okay? We've spent a lot of time on Jimmy and kicking ass in Atlanta and stuff. I'm like, might as well take one more from a girl. That's all I was thinking. And now that I know you're not a girl, what could you possibly say that's going to be fun for the show?
Hey, I got a picture with Jimmy at 7 at the 7 o'clock show Saturday night.
Whoa, wait a minute now. Was this before or after the show?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was after the show. I went to the 7 p.m. show. I thought I was getting a picture with Seba. Damn it.
All right. Thank you, Shannon.
Bye, Shannon.
Very disappointing.
Girl would have been much better.
Now you know how I feel when I've made those calls to the services and then Nikki shows up and I thought it was CKI.
Let's go to Felix in New Mexico. Felix.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
No, I just one of the guys that I was riding with tonight, he had an XM radio, so this is the first time I ever heard you guys and listened to you pretty much all night. I'm about to get off work, and I thought I'd give you guys a call and say what's up.
Oh, you're going to go get XM now?
Well, I'm thinking about it. The car that I have doesn't have any kind of, the FM radio in it, so I can't have an XM to,
Felix,
transmit or whatever.
I'm going to ask you again. Are you going to get XM or not?
Yeah.
There you go.
But, no, I'm actually, I'm in the military in New Mexico, and...
Oh, the guy's new, Opie.
Wagon burner.
I think he was just getting the virus, and you just gave him some of that antiviral medication right there.
Take some aspirin,
He kind of was getting the virus. He felt some sniffles, and Opie just cured him.
Yeah.
Now he's gone.
I don't have time for wishy-washy calls.
That's right.
You're either going to get XM or you're not. I'm thinking about it.
You either want to eat all our asses because you love us so much or kill yourself.
Go away.
That's your choice.
He was thinking about it. Well, there you go. I made your decision
there you go.
A lot easier.
Go think in the pharmacy, shithead. No virus for you.
Let's go to Wagon Burner. It says, up all night, drunk, waiting to call in. This should be good. Wagon Burner.
All right.
What's going on, boy?
Hi, Wagon Burner.
Where you been?
We've been waiting for you fellas.
What are you hanging out?
The question is, where have you been?
Oh, shit.
So were you at a bar or you just drinking at a house?
You silly bastard. We've been waiting for you shit to come on.
You can't get an answer from these people.
I know.
Step out of the vehicle, sir. Sir.
We're in Tucson, Arizona.
So it's still very early in the morning. And
I actually, we've been waiting so long, I made a list about subjects I want to talk to you guys about so I wouldn't get all flustered.
Oh, yeah, very good. Let's hear that. Right.
Hold on. Wait. I've actually been on XM Radio before, on the Opie and Anthony show. You guys may be familiar with it. You guys may remember us. We mentioned Jimmy's birthday. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. When? What happened?
Look at this guy. They're cracking each other up.
They certainly are.
It took all night to think up.
We'll cross that off the list, and we'll keep it rolling. Anyway, after we talk to you guys, we'd appreciate if you could forward this back to the guys in the director's room, so I could get like 20 or 30 wow stickers.
All right.
Because I need them all over town. So just keep.
All right,
what are some of the other subjects?
We'll put you on hold.
What are some of the other subjects?
I'm going. Okay. I circled that. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh my.
Okay. We're talking about how great you guys were, and there's a couple other things we want to ask you about. Some other things that some of the other listeners were concerned about.
I thought he wrote it down so he wouldn't get flustered.
I know.
Yeah, but what everyone's worried about is what's the deal with the K-Rock deal and terrestrial radio?
Oh, well, it's kind of at a stalemate right now.
A stalemate?
Loggerheads.
High five, loggerheads.
We're
yeah.
We'll just.
Word.
Oh my God, we got it.
Oh,
we got to keep these on hold.
Let
him sit there for a little while, sober up.
Let him stew.
Yeah, just hang out, guys.
Chris in Alabama, what's up?
Oh, yeah, I just want to tell Jimmy thank you, man. He killed Thursday night, and thank you for taking a picture of my girlfriend.
Thank you.
It's
no problem.
Black girl in line, and he really creeped her out, and I had to warn her before we went. I said, listen, he can be a little sensitive and a little, I didn't want to say racist, but she was really surprised by it. She really enjoyed it. I want to say thank you for taking the time with the picture.
Thank you. I'm not racist, man. I have some racial material, but I'm not racist.
So black girl took a picture with Jimmy, and that's a big deal, I guess?
That's his black girlfriend?
Oh, I was kind of freaked out bringing her there, listening to the show and everything. Gets a little,
I think I remember you, a white guy with a black girlfriend on the Thursday show, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I actually do think I remember that because you don't
Very
see
cool.
Yeah, I screwed up the
No, that's all right. I remember the couple with police protection. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, the blacks love us.
All right, well,
because they got that sense of humor bone that's higher up in the back.
Yeah. Well, everyone is calling just to rave about Jimmy's show, so
I like that.
Jimmy, thanks you all. I'm
Good job.
I'm hanging up on everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right. Let's say hi to Scott the trucker. Scott.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up, Scott?
Hey, I just wanted to say that you guys are just awesome. And Jimmy, that Shannon feller that called in, you didn't practice Monster Rain with him, did you? Hello.
We heard you, sir. Ant's finger was a little slow on the draw.
No kidding.
Okay. Hey, why does a shroogie cry during sex?
Why?
Mace.
Of
course. Oh, I'm sorry. Lord, I apologize.
All right.
Well, there was one moment that made me very happy, and this was, again, how the crowds are getting the show. Some guy in the crowd said something that was supposed to be funny, and it was just such a classic bomb.
Yeah.
And I just looked at him and went, and the crowd rolled. I was so happy they got it.
By the way,
that's great.
If that was a trucker, what we're going to try to do today, because we haven't forgotten.
Yep.
I guess the truckers like to open up their CBs.
The CB radio.
And start telling all sorts of racist jokes to each other.
Yeah.
So we want one trucker to set this up for us.
Get it started. He's got to get on there and go, hey, out there, anybody got any jokes?
Right.
Any good jokes? And then put his cell phone up to his CB speaker, and we want to hear what all the talk is.
We're going to give that a shot.
Scuttlebutt.
In a little while. Let's say hi to Dugout Doug. Dugout.
What's up, guys?
There he is, Doug.
Hey, I apologize to you after the broadcast. I didn't see you until we went off the air, but I was going to bring you on stage to get your props.
Oh, are you kidding me? The attention I got down there on the floor anyway was enough to inflate any ego that was already huge.
Yeah. Yeah, so
what a
Doug
fucking
worked
great
in the
time,
crowd.
man. Great party.
It's
man,
kinda,
congratulations to you guys.
It's kind of weird. See, we pay attention to our fan base, something that Howard forgot about years ago. I actually, after the broadcast, went to the front of the stage, and I knew, like, half the crowd. I'm like, this is not normal. It's not normal to do a radio show where you know half the audience in attendance.
But you know them mostly in two-dimensional form in little 2-by-2-inch squares.
Yeah, all the Pal Talk girls came to life, and everybody else, and I'm sitting there like, I'm looking around this room going, I know so many of these people. That's not normal.
I couldn't believe Happy Typing Girl was actually bigger than 3 inches. I always thought when I met her, she'd stand in my hand and I could just masturbate looking at her and threaten to drop her onto the floor from way high up.
Anyway.
You fellas had to know that you were back in style when you wanted to eat up the last 15 minutes of that show with nigger jokes, and the last 15 minutes of the show was nothing but tits. You had to know you were back.
Well, it was
full force.
It was a decision we had to make.
I got to be honest. I made the decision from the stage because we were ready to go there, and we had so much fun last year. And call me a wimp, but Patrice was on stage and Dr. Ian Smith. I'm like, you know what? These guys are helping us out. I can't do this to these guys.
Yeah, you got, like, racist jokes are cool, but you don't want the whole end of the show to be vicious.
Well, you know. I mean, if those guys went backstage, then it would have been a different story.
Of course it would have.
Yeah, you know, should have made him leave or something.
Then right behind the soundboard, that was in the center of the not the stage area, but the center of the I don't know, what do you call it, little concert hall, the VIP area where the soundboard was.
Yeah.
A very dangerous thing happened. I walked past a blonde-haired fella that was screaming, "Bubba's a cunt." I believe you know him, your brother.
Yeah, my brother is completely out of his mind. He needs to call the show today because me and him almost beat up a guy at a diner yesterday. It's a great story.
I met your brother, and it was like two worlds coming together.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. That man is a fucking psychopath.
Absolutely. We
love
called out
him.
Bubba. We said, Bubba said he'd fight me anytime, anywhere. So I said, all right, I'm going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe. And you guys joke over there that we only have 4 or 5 listeners, so shouldn't be too intimidating. So if you want to beat me up, that's where I'm going to be. Obviously, he didn't show up, so we're done with him. We slapped him around a while, and we'll let him wallow in his obscurity. Yeah. And we'll go back, fighting the real battle with Howard Stern. So, but my brother called him out and just brought the house down.
In case you didn't know it also, Anthony, Chester's ashes, I believe, left O'Looney's with your uneaten portion of your meal.
Yeah.
And that is up on eBay right now.
Yeah, what's going on with this? I heard about this.
We headed over to O'Looney's after the gig. A bunch of Pal Talk people. There were 2 Pal Talk cameras set up and just packed out with a lot of people. We had a great time.
You talked to them in person?
Yeah, it was amazing. And I ordered the chicken pot pie over there, which was fantastic. Such a flaky crust. It was wonderful. But I was, it's so big and my belly's so small, Opie, I wasn't able to finish all of it. So I left it there on the table, and it was time to go. So got up and left. Well, much to my chagrin, I wake up in the morning and check the websites for the pictures and comments on the appearance and everything. And there is a link to eBay, and it is the remnants of my chicken pot pie. Somebody had taken snapshots of it and are auctioning it off on eBay. And I looked to make sure it was authentic, and yes, it was indeed the rest of my chicken pot pie.
It's up there on eBay. The description says, couldn't enjoy St. Patrick's Day with O&A. Now some of that experience can come to you. This unfinished feast of goodness was consumed 75% by XM Radio's own Anthony Cumia on March 17, 2006 at O'Looney's Times Square Pub following a spectacular broadcast from the Hard Rock Cafe. Upon successfully bidding, you can have this delicious morsel to either enjoy as a meal or display as a memento for years to come. Item has been thoroughly inspected and found to be completely booger-free. And there's pictures of your freaking meal.
There it is.
Perfect with fava beans and a nice
Chianti.
Chianti. Yes, exactly.
Wonderful.
And it's almost up to 1,000 views on eBay.
Of course. Very popular item.
You know how happy I was last night
lunatics.
when that stupid Patrice called me? I got the, I'm Patrice and I'm bored for a few minutes. Help me kill some time call, which he does.
Oh, wonderful.
This awful. He never calls you just because he wants to hear from you. He's like always like he's waiting for his girlfriend being doing something, and like in the 8 minutes that he has to wait in the truck
to tide him over.
Exactly. You're sucker number 5 that he just picks up, and and then as soon as she comes out, he'll be like, all right, man, and click.
Yeah, gotta go.
Oh, like get him good. We chatted for a while, and he said he was enjoying some of the old broadcasts on Best Of. And I just got him like, so, we talked about his show, and I heard his show is good. The Saturday show he did was very good.
His show, his Saturday show is blown up already. It's great.
I got him fucking so good last night, though. So I'm like, what do you think was the difference between this week and last week? Click! You don't know the joy.
Oh.
So if you're listening, stupid, I didn't hear a word you said, and it made my night.
How long do you think you rambled before you realized you weren't there anymore?
I have to be honest, probably not long, because as soon as he heard the clicking,
you smacked it down. Click, yeah.
That's great.
And I hope Bob Kelly shit his pants. That's another fucking lovely call I got last night. Dude, I'm trying to find a McDonald's because I'm going to shit my pants. Bob is in the car driving from Boston, and he said he couldn't. He was afraid he wouldn't be able to get out of the car because he had to shit his pants so badly. So I'm hoping you didn't make it.
Well, we'll have to call him later. Hey, anything else, Doug?
No, guys, it sounded great over the radio, too, if you didn't hear that, too. It sounded great in person and over the radio.
I got to tell you, I think that was one of our better live broadcasts since coming to XM.
Yeah.
And it's because we just don't care anymore in that atmosphere. We tried to make a polished radio show out of that mess, and we realized it's impossible.
Yeah, in the past,
when you got close to 1,000 people just staring at you and stuff. So now it's like a hang. And what's cool about having your own channel, you get to take a peek in what goes on at these road shows that we've been doing for years.
Here's the comment I have, because there were a couple of people, of course. Dude, the broadcast sound like shit. They didn't put any work into it, this, that, or the other thing. You get people that bitch and complain about the broadcast. Here's the option, and we've heard from this also. We've heard from these people. Here's the option, asshole. We take the day off and broadcast live from St. Patty's Day from the Hard Rock, having taken the day off, and just do it for the people at the venue. Or we bring microphones and open it up to a live audience like we said we were going to do. When we got here to Satellite, we said, Satellite gives us the opportunity to not only put on these events, but to broadcast them, regardless of what they come off like. Some people love it, some people hate it, whatever. But the point is, it's either you hear it or you don't fucking hear it. And then we get complaints from people, they said they were going to broadcast these things. Why don't they? Oh,
there you go.
They said they were going to broadcast these things. Why don't they broadcast them? Well, we broadcast them. And then we catch shit because it's not a polished radio show. Go fuck it. First of all, Jimmy, if I may.
Sure, sweetie.
That guy should take his XM radio, flush it down the toilet, go out, buy a Sirius unit, and then guess what I would like him to do? Anyone?
Sign up?
No.
Kick their dog?
Kick their dog in the liver till it's dead. Yes, that's it.
I knew it. I was right for once.
Can I tell you?
You know what, though? Really fast, I did read a lot of feedback on the broadcast, and I talked to the people that I trust and stuff.
Yeah.
And rave reviews.
Oh, yeah. No, it's only a couple.
More positive than negative.
Absolutely.
And, I was happy to hear that. And then the Pal Talk cameras added to it as well. There was like... How many people were watching on Pal Talk?
Thousands.
Thousands?
It ended up being, on various different rooms over the course of the show. Yeah.
I watched on Pal Talk for a little while. I watched Hulk Hogan come out. It was great.
Yeah, we were more relaxed because we realized, you know what, it's really tough to make this sound like a polished radio show, so let's just have fun, and whatever makes the broadcast makes the broadcast.
That's it.
But we learned a few other things that we'll
incorporate into the next
I think we're going to Boston soon, right?
That's what they tell me.
All right. Doug, thank
you. You guys got your videos up on Foundry. You got loads of pictures up on Whackbag.
Lots of pictures.
And a bunch of the Pal Talk videos are up on fullblownaids.com.
Yep.
So you guys got plenty of media out there today.
Thank you, Angel.
All right, look, I got to go inside the show again. What Doug just did there was he wanted to get a plug for his website.
Right.
This is going to be my new bit. I try to come up with new bits for myself. So my new bit is going inside the show. So Doug felt like, there's a lot of people out there that hate him, and they're not going to be happy if he just jumps on with a fullblownaids.com plug.
Right.
So he just casually said how there's videos and pictures on Foundry, all the established websites that everyone knows and loves. Oh, and by the way, this brand new website that I'm hoping blows up and becomes huge like the other websites.
Yeah, we drive around. We drive around in Fords, Chevys, Dodges, and the Dugout Dougmobiles. Right. That's pretty much what you just did.
We're just one big happy family now. All problems are gone.
Good. Love
all
it.
Worked out.
More good Opie and Anthony sites. More gooder.
All right.
That's right.
Thank you, sir.
fullblownaids.com.
All right, let's go to Chuck in Ohio.
And I like the inside of the bit, by the way. That's very. Yes. I like it's like a James Lipton thing.
Yeah, because I was getting bored with the angry typing guy. And quite frankly, you guys stole that bit from me. It was
No, we
mine,
didn't.
It wasn't
and you took
stolen.
it.
It's an homage.
I'm different. I'm perturbed typing guy, and Anthony's upset typing fellow. You're angry typing guy.
I want to see angry typing guy go inside the show.
That's right.
Inside the
My
bit.
new bit is going inside the show. I hope you enjoy it. from
Doug
time to
just
time.
wanted to get a plug.
Doug did was.
See, this is why you guys.
No one else heard that though. He doesn't give a shit
look at
about
him.
cars. You know what? I love Doug, but he doesn't give a shit about any other website now except his own.
Doug's very self-centered.
You kidding me?
By the way, I need plastic in front of me. You guys have a better happy typing guy, angry typing guy, because of the. You have the plastic to type on.
Yes, you need something.
See,
that
I
makes
have nothing.
the sound.
I've been asking for plastic for a year and a half now, just a piece of plastic, so I can do angry typing.
I know,
Use
but
your
you're not
tongue.
responsible enough to
Thanks
have
a lot,
anything
Dan.
in front of you.
Oh,
That's
that
right.
works. It's a little disc
It
cover.
resonates tonight. Did you have to say that? People would think I thought I was typing.
It's a typewriter.
Let's go to Chuck in Ohio.
And it's
Morning, boys.
fantastic.
How you doing today?
Hey, Chuck.
Good man.
I think your screener was kind of confused why I wanted to talk to you. He acted like he was pissed off that I brought up what I wanted to
he's just
bring
pissed
up.
off.
I loved the show on Friday. I mean, it was fucking hilarious. And the part that really made me roll was the fact that you guys had the guy that's supposed to be Bubba's best friend on your show. It was fucking hilarious.
Not only do
I
we have,
loved it.
yeah, because I guess Bubba's claiming that Hulk Hogan's a huge friend of his. Is he? Is he really, Bubba? Is he?
Obviously not.
Because you know what? I'll tell you this much: none of my friends are going to ever be on your show.
No.
Ever.
Did you see Patrice O'Neill going on?
None
Bubba's
of our
show?
friends will be on your show. So how much of a friend is Hulk Hogan if he's coming on our show and telling everyone how we had a great time and can't wait to come back on the show?
Great crowd that was
I
there.
Truly shocked to hear him. I'm sorry for stepping on you. I apologize.
That's okay, my friend. You're a good caller. You're a good Ed Noonan.
Is that all
Okay,
you
I'm punching out, boys.
That's all you wanted to say?
Chip.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that truly was my big shock for the show on Friday. And for them guys that said the show was shit, they're fucked in the head. That was hilarious. Good show, boys.
Yeah, you got to keep it in perspective. I mean, we pulled it off. It was definitely a good show.
Yeah.
You guys get shots with Hulk Hogan. You had to be.
Oh yeah.
I think I heard Billy say when Hulk walked out, he goes, "You're a legend, dude." And somebody else said something that really.
Well, Bill Burr said he was starstruck to see Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, man. I would have been too.
And Bill said something like, there's not many people that will make him starstruck, but he said, man, Hulk Hogan was one of them.
You know, it's just that huge size. You know, the guy's giant.
Dude, he's been
walking out
a wrestling legend for what 20 years. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a very famous guy.
Yeah,
There's nowhere in the country he can go without being known.
Yep. They were a lot of fun. So it was just a great time. Great time had by all.
Yes.
And then we're signing autographs after the appearance.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot about that.
Holy crap! Did we ever find out what happened? Just a huge, to get a huge fight right behind us.
Brawl happened. Now where we were signing, to our backs was a big, thick glass window, and on the other side is some kind of little lobby, like downstairs area from the Hard Rock. And an altercation took place through that glass. So we had a view like we were watching on a big screen television through the glass of two guys going at it. One guy immediately decided he didn't want to be involved in the fight anymore. Security came over, tried to separate the two of them. One guy was being cool, separated, put his hands up, said okay. The other guy did not want to go down. So now the beef is the one guy that didn't want to go down and as much security as possible that was on this guy. And this guy was a trooper. He did not want to go. And they were beating the piss out of him. They threw him against that plate glass, and his head just went goong. You heard like a goong sound when a head hits like 2-inch thick glass. It just makes that boom. And on the floor, they finally cuffed him, threw him in a coat room where I guess a bunch of hangers fell off of the coat thing and hit him multiple times.
Yeah, we really.
I don't know what happened. That's the story I heard. Like coat
sticks.
hangers fell off and might have hit him, and
it was a bloody scene to be honest.
Yeah,
with
he
you.
got taken away by the
that guy.
police.
It took forever to get him down though.
What a fight though, and that pretty much
What a
ended the signing.
Yeah, what a fighter! That guy was unbelievable.
We were then whisked out of there.
Was he a big fella?
Then I went down to a Looney's. Yeah,
Yeah.
the big feller.
Oh, an A fan or just something else?
He was probably a fan, but I don't know what the fight was about.
Right.
Probably over a chick.
Yeah, probably fighting over one of my lines. One guy said I said it this way. One guy said I said it that way.
Happened, right?
But you know what? We'd like that guy to call.
Yeah, good luck.
Let's say hi to.
Didn't even remember he was there.
Yeah, let's say hi to Walt in California. Walt.
Hey, Jimmy, what's going on?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Hey, I just wanted to tell you that
that party, that sounded like an awesome party Friday. Man, I wish I could have been there, man. It just, it sounded like a lot of fun, and your show is great. I like the interaction that you have with the listeners. I've been listening to you guys since about June. That somebody turned me on to it and told me their old XM radio, and I began getting wise to what happened to you guys with the Sex for Sam and what people did to you. And you know what? It started pissing me off.
Are you from Barstow or Fresno?
Oh, from Fresno.
Okay. I can tell this guy is either from Barstow. This guy isn't Laguna Beach. He isn't like San Francisco. California is a huge state, by the way.
Yeah,
and I could totally.
Thanks for letting us know, Anthony.
Yeah, by the way.
Jesus.
I'm just putting it into some perspective that.
By the way, Rhode Island is not.
A very small state.
All right.
But I could absolutely tell that this guy was from one of their more desert communities. Thank you, Walt, for the ass kissing.
Shit, it's like those guys, what they did to you, I feel like they're fucking with one of my pals.
Yeah,
right.
I'm a truck driver, and I'm out here, and your show's gotten me through some miles.
All right. Thank you, Walt. I appreciate it.
Walt.
We had to sit out 2 years and 3 months, and it's starting to feel like the old days again. I got to tell you, it's starting to feel like the old days.
Yep.
And we do things like Friday because we love hanging out with the listeners. We always have. We're a very interactive radio show. We'll always be a very interactive radio show,
Yeah.
We threw a party Friday for, I don't know, over 1,000 people. I think the joint could only fit like a little over 600.
Yep.
We had to turn a couple hundred people away to begin with, and then when people were leaving, more people were coming in. So probably close to 1,000 people saw the show on Friday.
Yeah.
That's what we did for St. Patty's Day. And, and I'm going to point out every single fucking time Howard Stern took the day off because that's what he does now. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't have passion for doing radio anymore. No. So while we're throwing this huge party for our fans and showing appreciation, he's taking his Fridays off, And the deal he made with the little doggy company is to have every Friday off, and they're slowly but surely, starting that process. They're having them take every other Friday off, and then it's going to be 2 out of 3 Fridays, and then by the summer he'll have every Friday off. That's the deal he made with the company when he initially signed, but they didn't want to throw that in the face of their subscribers right away. So he does that, and we do that, and it's pretty obvious who still wants to do this radio thing and who doesn't, and who's just collecting money at this point. So Godspeed to you.
I got to say, I'm watching the news as we're talking. These funeral protesters, I hope somebody picks up a rifle and shoots these motherfuckers.
What's this about now?
It'd be nice.
This Church of God, these really, really radical anti-gay psychopaths, they protest the soldiers' funerals. They hold up signs. Good God loves dead soldiers. Thank God for dead soldiers. God hates fags. Because they're saying that it's a fag nation and the soldiers are part of the fag nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope somebody picks up a fucking rifle and just kills them.
Fag nation, huh?
It's
how did the soldier get tied into the fag?
I don't know. They got a bunch of bikers actually volunteered and stand there with flags to try to block them.
Yeah.
And I know the bikers would probably love to just bite their fucking throats, but you can't. But I can't even watch that without really wanting somebody to pick up a rifle and literally kill them for their freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Even the Nazis, the American Nazis, want nothing to do with them.
Wow.
Even that far right wing a group of nuts.
So there is some good in the American Nazi Party.
You just to fucking say something so stupid at the funeral of the soul, it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I swear to God, please God, I would never encourage someone to do it, but I would be so happy if somebody just killed a few of them.
That's unbelievable. I didn't know that was going on today.
And they're all lawyers too. This guy started this religion. Somebody out there must find a lot more about it than I do, and a lot of them are lawyers because obviously everyone in the country wants to just cut their throats.
Right.
And that's a lawyer.
And that's what freedom of speech is. You have to let them do it. But God, I hope someone kills them.
Let's say hi to Scott in Dallas. Scott, what's up?
Hey, guys, I was at the show on Friday. My company's based in Central PA, so I drove over. Man, I had a blast. I could not believe how much fun that was.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to know is, what was Patrice and Anthony's mom talking about after she got done singing? It looked like she was pleading with him that she really wasn't that much of a racist.
Well, I had to bring up the point that I learned a lot of my racist lingo from my mom. But that was way back when. She's an older woman now. And,
so she was probably explaining
that
to Patrice that she's not like that anymore
You
or
know,
whatever.
which, you know,
I forgot you were so open about that about a week or two
I had
ago
to
on
say
the show.
that's what it was. You know, she used to say things like, you know, nigger rich and stuff like that. If I would, you know, let money burn a hole in my pocket, things like that. And then, you know, hey mom, could you get me this? What do I look 3 shades darker than you? You know, which is it's actually called a normal Italian household.
Can I tell you something about your mom?
Yeah.
It is ridiculous how young she looks.
My mom, she's an animal. She works out
She doesn't have
every
an
day.
ounce of fat on her.
No.
She's in her 60s.
She's fantastic.
Dude, she goes to the gym and works out. I don't mean like an old lady walking workout. She's on the treadmill, like running, and then she lifts weights. She's an animal.
It's unbelievable how great
It's
she looks.
ridiculous.
It's really unbelieve.
I heard the same thing
God
growing up.
bless
it was
her.
like you hear like nigger and this and that. It was always coming out of the bedroom.
You ass.
Gary in Indianapolis. Gary.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Mookie.
Hey.
Just want to let you know that for 5 listeners on Friday's show, you guys were making a hell of a lot of noise.
I know.
Yeah, we have a way to multiply the sound of the audience. So we ran it through a multiplier.
It's called cloning.
Yeah, and cloning the voice, so it sounded like a lot of people, but it was
we
only
take the 5 listeners and throw them in our cloning machine.
Yeah. And we had the Pal Talk people do real tight shots on 5 people.
Right.
So it looked like a crowd.
Yeah. Did you have a good time, Gary?
Oh, man, and the virus here in the Midwest is spreading like fire.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Fantastic.
One of these days, man, we're going to take it on the road.
I think Friday was a turning point, you know, because we haven't been out there in a while, and to see it happening, it's like, all right, cool, we're almost where we were.
And then we get like forward observers that go out, like Jimmy down in Atlanta, and we see like areas, pockets where we know maybe we can go down there, do a broadcast from venues down there, and get a good crowd, and maybe take it on the road around the country.
And
a little
Canada
more.
eventually.
No, I think we're going to do Canada this summer, yeah.
I was listening to Air Musique or Air Mystique. I loved it. I enjoyed
Really?
the French music. I really didn't want to.
All right.
Oh.
Next stop is Boston, though. We'll have details soon, I believe.
Oh.
Yes, Gary?
Yeah, you guys need to get out here during the month of May for the Indianapolis 500.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I hear they party at that event, huh?
That
It's
would
kind
not
of a
be a
little,
bad idea.
Where is it,
Yeah,
sir?
a little bit. have a great day, guys.
All right.
You know, we got to do a road show, too. We never did one in, even back in the old days, Sacramento. Those
that's right.
people wanted
Yeah.
us to come out there fucking back in 2002.
We were scheduled for, I think, Cleveland or something.
I don't know.
Before we got fired.
I don't remember now anymore.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to start hitting the road more now.
Hey, how about Buffalo? Will they have us back?
I don't know.
How about Schenectady?
No, I think there's still a rumor that if we go back to Buffalo, we're getting arrested.
We're getting arrested, like there's an open warrant or something.
There's some kind of rumor
They
going
just
on.
want us to question us about a few things.
What should they Google for the
We're
old
people of interest.
What's the key Google for the pictures of our Buffalo Roadshow on the beach? Because they're still there.
Oh, and what was the event called? Tits, beach, breast, beach, tits and wings. It was called something.
Just go to TNA with O&A, thank you.
TNA with O&A.
But if you Google Opie and Anthony and write TNA or something like that or Buffalo, you're going to get a treat.
Yeah, you'll see
For all
what
the new
happened on a
listeners.
beach that hasn't happened since caveman days.
We turned Buffalo upside down, man. We turned them upside down.
Oof.
And I remember going to the venue, and we were all in like a limo or something, and there was like a massive, massive traffic jam. Like, where the fuck are all these people going thinking? We never think anything of ourselves. And all of a sudden,
Like, we're going to be late.
right, and they were expecting a couple hundred people to show up, and there were thousands.
All over the beach.
And the traffic jam was all the people trying to find parking and get to the venue.
Couldn't go to the bathroom without. There was these 2 fucking gargantuan brothers that worked as security
Tiny.
there.
One's name was Tiny.
That was funny because he was big.
Yeah.
But you remember we said that? Like, hey, you're not tiny. Why would they call you that?
And that was the whole humor in it.
Why not
Love
call
that.
you Biggie?
Right.
And was he 7 feet, right? He probably was about 7
He
feet
was
tall.
over 7. I think he was like 7'2" at least.
They were fucking
And his brother
monsters.
was tiny compared to Tiny, and he
Yep.
was like 6'10".
And they would walk us to the bed. It was madness that day in Buffalo.
And they did reports on that show for, I don't know, a week after
A
we
lot
left.
of people got in trouble for
Dude,
that
there were
one.
kids watching strippers fuck themselves with zucchinis on the beach. It
Up
was
the ass.
lovely.
And most people don't remember the TNA with O&A show because shortly after that, maybe a month and a half, we did the Sex with Sam at
Yep.
St. Pat's.
Got thrown out.
So, and the lawyers for the company we used to work for were dealing with the TNA with O&A because that was becoming a real problem with lawyers and lawsuits being thrown around.
They were finally able to go, look, they got fired.
Right. And then all of a sudden we did Sex with Sam, and I think that really helped the company go, you know what? We got the TNA, now we got this. What the hell's going on with these guys?
These idiots.
So the next live event is going to be a book reading. We're going to be handing out books and crayons, and everyone can color and laugh. No more chicks.
Keep our jobs.
I'm waiting for my brother to call because we almost beat up a guy at a diner yesterday.
Why?
Oh, that's fun.
That wouldn't be a lawsuit. That's good.
He needs to help me out with the story. It was over a ketchup bottle, and
oh well, then
and I almost emptied a ketchup bottle over this guy's head while my brother held him down. But he's got to call in because he was more enraged than I was. Mark, what's up?
In California?
Yeah, what's up, Mark?
No.
Yeah, I love your show. I watched the video of Twitchell trying to keep his arms and legs and his head from falling off, but I never got to listen to the show. You guys never replayed it. When's that going to happen?
Well, can I go inside the show again, Anthony?
Yes, please.
I'm going to go inside the show again. We did not have confidence in what was going to make the air on Friday, so we decided to only do 3 hours instead of 4 hours.
Yep.
And then we decided to only replay it once because we just figured it was going to suck. And it turned out it was an okay show.
But it was only scheduled to replay once.
Yeah, exactly. So we either have to replay it again maybe when we're on vacation, or I know you could get the show from audible.com if you want to go down that road.
Oh, fuck. I don't got an MP3 player.
God damn, what year is it? Come on.
All right, Mark.
Everything. Your toaster has an MP3 player in it now. Doesn't everything have it built in? Stop.
Fuck.
No, you suck.
Something?
All right, Mark. That's the. I don't know what to tell you. It's definitely on Audible.com, and if we're gonna replay, we'll throw a promo on the channel so you know what time it'll replay.
No, we won't.
All right.
Party on.
All right. Sorry about that.
Party on.
We gotta say hi to my brother Elmo. Elmo.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? I was telling.
You're talking about a little catsup incident, I take it.
Catsup. Yes. We went out to eat. It was just a drunken weekend at the old Hughes Estate on the Upper West Side. Us and the mice. And a bunch of us went out to a diner yesterday to just get some food. That's all we wanted.
You just want to eat.
Just want to eat. So
that's it.
Take over from there, Elmo.
Well, let's just start chanting, "Ketchup guy is a cunt," and just get it over with.
Well, we're sitting at the diner. It's me and my brother sitting across from each other, and Lindsay's to my right. And we're just minding our own business. And I'm telling my brother how I hate the Upper West Side because everyone just stinks.
Yeah.
They all think their shit don't stink. They all walk around with their tiny little dogs that have little coats on their dogs in the middle of winter and little booties for their feet.
Because the salt dries their little paw pads out.
And these people will not move out of your way when you're walking down the sidewalk, where now I just openly bump into people like, what are you doing?
Wow, you're the thug of the Upper West Side.
Yeah. You're an old Jew. Watch out. Opes are coming.
These people just feel like they're the most important person in the world. And
of
else
course,
thinks.
you are.
I'm not, absolutely. I don't go that way. I don't do that.
The last person bumped out of the way was yelling, "Zell, the White Angel!" He fucking forearmed her.
So I was giving my brother an update on the neighborhood, and we noticed that we have some fine French fries and we have no ketchup.
Now what do you do?
What do we do? So there's a guy sitting across from us at the next booth. That's because it's in Manhattan. He's so close you could pretty much touch him.
And there's a camaraderie of diners when you're eating in an establishment. There's a certain camaraderie. You're all there. You're all eating.
Right.
So you have something in common to work with.
And I'll help this gentleman along here. If it was one of these 5-star restaurants and you were having some kind of anniversary dinner,
there you go.
Then maybe you shouldn't have any interaction with anybody else in the restaurant. Maybe. I still say you should, but maybe.
But that at least would
maybe
be
in that setting.
reason.
But we're at a greasy diner, just trying to get some damn omelets and French fries in us, right?
Right.
So my brother's like, I'm gonna ask that guy for ketchup. I'm like, good luck. I jokingly said, good luck. Good luck with that one. So pick it up from there, Elmo.
Well, the guy is close enough. I mean, I can literally reach over and tickle him. That's how packed this place is. So it's not in any way far away or putting them out or anything. So I say, "Excuse me, sir." And just that alone, this guy turns and gives me the most evil look I've ever seen in my life. Before we we've even asked him.
Because we were
for
disturbing
anything.
him. We were disturbing him, right?
Yeah, like absolutely. And the reason we asked him because he's really close, but also he wasn't eating, so he wasn't using his catsup or ketchup, however you want.
Yeah, he was just reading a newspaper like he was done with his meal. That is key to the story.
Oh, wow, that's
so he
even
weren't even
better,
taking
right.
someone's ketchup that might need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you need your ketchup, you got to have your ketchup. No one's going to argue that. And then this dude hands me the ketchup quickly and angrily, and then says something to the effect of, "That's why they have waiters. It's not my job."
Ugh. Oh, but you understand who he's saying that to?
Yeah.
Me and my brother, who just don't want to hear anything ever.
Yeah. Oh.
So we both turn and just go, "Excuse me."
Excuse me.
And then the sparks
He's one of
started
these
flying.
cock-sucking cowards who he'll try to be tough guy because no one on the planet ever calls him on it, that kind of thing. As we learned later from a waiter he had a problem with.
There's
too.
waiters for that. You're at a fucking diner. The guy is within touching distance. He asks for the ketchup, and he gives you shit like, like he's not your waiter.
Yeah, he goes, "That's what waiters are for. It's not my job."
Oh, is that really much of a job to lift up the ketchup bottle and pass it over like a human being, you asshole? Oh.
Fucking cunt.
So we go, "You're a fucking asshole." We just get right into it. You're a fucking asshole. And then he goes something like, "You never know who you're going to run into in this world." And we're like, "Yeah, exactly. What's your fucking problem?" And he's giving us this look, right?
Well, he wasn't typing at the time, right?
No.
Oh, that would have been very ironic.
He's giving us this look, and me and my brother are giving the look of death that we're just great at. I got to be honest with you. Just the look of death. We're looking in his eyes, and we're going back and forth. What other shit was said, Elmo?
Well, I kept saying, "Yeah, real tough guy. Won't pass the fucking ketchup." And it's a family place, too.
It's a family place. You got the strollers and the Upper West Side couples just wanting to have a little... Everyone is now looking at us.
And completely uncomfortable. They're like, "Why are these gentlemen cursing at
That's
this other
because
guy?"
you are making what they call the scene.
Oh, yeah.
A scene.
Oh, yeah.
Something to be avoided at all costs.
Well, because the guy thought he could get away with his comment, like, that's what waiters are for, it's not my job, and we would have just taken it. Because how many people, no offense to the people out there, but you can raise your hand if you're by yourself, how many people would actually take that and go, "Well, you're just an asshole," and then move on with their meal or whatever? Not us.
Well, how old was he?
Was he? Oh, yeah, give me a description. How old?
Honestly, what, Elmo? In his early 50s, maybe?
All right. Was he alone?
He's
If
definitely
that.
older.
Yeah, he's definitely older and looks like he looks like he could be a tough guy.
Was he alone?
Yeah, he was alone.
All right, so he's alone. He's sitting there. He's probably one of these guys, if you guys didn't say anything, would have sat there and then constantly looked at you and commented under his breath.
Oh yeah,
fucking
he
ketchup
was trying.
again.
He kept
Like this
staring
guy,
it
like
up.
I got it, like I'm this guy's. We fucking. Like that's his big day.
And we just kept continuing saying, "You're an asshole," and we were just staring him down, staring him down. And Lindsay said later that both our arms, me and my brothers, were just shaking because we're ready. We had the adrenaline. We're like
Adrenaline was
because I was just waiting
Probably
for.
made it handy to get the ketchup out of the bottle too. Shaky hand.
I'll be honest with you. I was waiting for him to make the first move, and then I was going to shove him into the booth and sit on him and take the ketchup because punching him would have been too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy. I wanted to humiliate the guy. Because, if I'm going to get arrested...
He spilled my ketchup.
Yeah.
Just dump it all
You
over his
wanted to
chest.
dump ketchup on him?
Oh, yeah. If I'm going to get arrested, I'm not going to get arrested for punching him in the face. I'd rather the story say that I pinned some asshole in a fucking booth at a diner and poured ketchup over his head in front of everybody.
Who, you Molly Ringwald?
But how great of a story would that have been? And we were so close, I'm not going to lie to you. We were so close to some real action going on. And I think the guy really realized that. He smelled it. And what did he say, Elmo?
Well, later on, you mean when he apologized, so to speak?
Yeah, so to speak.
Somebody gave him shit today, so he was taking it out on us.
It was the weirdest apology ever because he was still pissed off and being an asshole. But he's like, "Yeah, I gotta, someone was an asshole to me today, so I gotta apologize to you guys. That's why I'm being an asshole to you." He goes, "But I will not sit next to you. I'm taking my food elsewhere."
Oh, you do
and
that.
Again, we reiterated over fucking ketchup. We wouldn't let that part go because the guy still staring at us, thinking, tough guy, and we just kept calling him.
You know who I just want to give a little bit of sympathy to right here? His wife, or whoever he went home to. Imagine that poor, because shit just goes down.
Right.
The bullshit. And if you guys fuck with him, and then other people fuck with him, the only person he can really get over on is probably his loved ones at home.
Yeah.
Fucking catch up, you bitch.
So he's mumbling on his breath, and the waiter comes by with a sandwich, and he goes, "This proves that the guy's just an asshole." He goes, "I wanted it toasted," and just hands it. Doesn't even look at the waiter. Goes like this with his food and just hands it over blindly, and the waiter just walks away shaking his head. Right. So then the guy leaves, and he's mumbling about how he wants to punch me in the back of the head. We found out because there was another table that was with us that was near the door when he was leaving, whatever. And then we all got up, and all of a sudden the waiter, that's boring to the story, but all of a sudden the waiter says, "Your bill's taken care of." So we're thinking asshole paid for it. But it turned out to be another couple that we gave up our booth for. I was like, what is going on here?
Hey, look at that.
And then
a
everybody...
bittersweet time at the diner.
But then the whole diner started talking, and no one talks to each other on the Upper West Side, but they all turned around like, man, that guy was an asshole. I can't believe what was going on. And everyone's like... And then the waiter's like, oh, that guy's an asshole. He wanted to fight me just because I went up to him and asked him what he wanted to eat.
Yeah, some
and these
people
families are talking to us
just
about
nasty.
it. We're like, sorry for screaming cunt in the diner while you're eating with your little kids, you know?
Kid hears it all the time.
Right. But I can't tell you how close we were to pin this guy down and just emptying ketchup on his stupid head.
What a dick.
That would have looked great on the lawsuit.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Emotional damage from ketchup on him.
Distress for the hard-on pressed into his chest. All sat there dumping it on him.
Oh, shit.
All right, Elmo. Elmo's off to go get his... He sounds like a tough guy and stuff, but he's going to stand on line to try to get Jimmy Buffett tickets, so good luck to you.
Hey, I don't try to be no tough guy, but I won't fucking back down from a ketchup cunt. Fucking asshole.
Hey, dude, did you get what I sent you in the mail?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, bro.
What did you send me in the mail?
What'd you send him?
Oh,
I've been in the city for about a week, so.
Oh, a check.
Yeah.
Oh.
My brother designed the Jimmy Norton Monster Rain T-shirt.
That was sent a while. I've had these weird things with these electronic banking. I try to do it all electronically, and once in a while something doesn't go, and people think I'm so. Let me know if you don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been home in about a week, so not that the listeners care, but.
A couple plugs. My brother's St. Patty's Day T-shirts. There's only like less than 100 left. You'll see the green shirts and all the pictures that are up on OpieandAnthony.com. You go to myradiostore.com to get a shirt if you didn't get one at the
Dude,
event.
I can't get this stuff. I see all these stupid O&A shirts on the road and here, and I can't get them. These fucking. I want one.
Well,
talk to Ziggy.
Yeah, talk to Ziggy because he's got the whole shipment. Or I'll try to find you some shirts, but it's myradiostore.com. And also my brother's MySpace account. If you have Jimmy Buffett tickets for him, he's desperately looking for Buffett tickets for Jones Beach.
You like Jimmy Buffett, dude?
I know.
I love it. Goes on sale 9 o'clock. I got to get my ass online somewhere.
You'll get him.
All right, Elmo.
I hope so.
Ketchup head.
By the way, great job.
That guy will be online with me. There'll be a little tussle.
Yeah, great job with the song at the Hard Rock Cafe, by the way.
Wonderful.
Oh, right.
You got to see the video because you see people in the background going, what the hell is going on? What the hell is he doing?
Somebody sent me an email saying next to U2, I'm their favorite band. So.
All right. I explained to Anthony before the show how you were working the front row, and you said, if I could get the front row with me, then I know I'll turn this whole place around.
Yeah.
Because he just decided to scream. He's got the record for the C word said the most on our radio show now.
That's a good record.
He must have said it 100 times during this once karaoke song at the Hard Rock Cafe. And then he's doing and then you're doing crowd work.
I'm a performer, man. I'm a stylist.
Like Tom Jones.
There you go.
They're working the crowd, giving them what they want.
All right, Elmo. We're gonna play a little of your karaoke from the broadcast on Friday.
Cool.
All right.
Can't
Thanks.
wait.
There's my bro. All right. Yeah, he was supposed to do his version of Centerfold that he did at Late Night Karaoke.
Which was also a curse fest, but not quite as much as it was St. Patty's Day.
Well, he changed the words to some like, Angel is a fucking whore.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Which it should have been in the first place.
And it was a huge hit at Late Night Karaoke. We figured he was going to do the same thing for the live broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
And he got so enraged by the bullshit that Bubba spews about us that he just lost his mind and decided that he's going to sing his own special version of Centerfold for the Hard Rock Cafe.
It was haunting.
In front of, I don't know how many people at this point, well over 600 people. Checked out my brother change the words. Yeah. The video's up online. All the videos and pictures from our St. Patty's Day broadcast is up on OpieandAnthony.com. But we'll go to break with my brother singing his version of Centerfold.
Warning, warning, C-word alert, C-word alert, warning, warning.
Yeah.
It's chock full.
Have you heard this yet, Jimmy?
I've heard moments of it. And I didn't care for the language.
Listen to these pipes, boys. Yeah! Oh! There you go. Oh! Oh, look at the fleet of feet. Irish people can't dance. Does she talk? Does she talk to me? That fucking Bubba the Love Sponge is stuffing his face with me. Fucking Bubba the Love Sponge is a cunt. He's a cunt. He's a cunt. We hate him. Bubba, you fucking cunt. You're a cunt. You're a fucking cunt. 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 Crowd work.
Been caught stealing once when I was 5. See, I could sing karaoke. We're going to play Anthony's karaoke in a little bit.
Oh, the crowd, boy. They were right behind me. I loved it.
Did you sing, Opie?
No, I passed it on to my brother, and he did a great job. He was one of the highlights of the show Friday.
Why are you so shy?
I'll sing like, I want to sing like Alice in Chains or something. Something very depressing.
You're shy.
I want people to have like teary eyes when they watch me sing. I want to wear pink gloves. Ooh, because I did so much heroin and my hands are green. And then you make them pink because then people are like, what the fuck is he doing? Anyone get that reference? Thank you.
I'm guessing it was
don't even try.
Laney Staley?
Don't even try. Jimmy.
Did I say his name right?
Don't even try because you don't like Alice in Chains.
Doesn't mean I don't know what heroin does.
Yeah, but
imagine
you don't like
you're
Alice
not
in Chains.
Alice
I don't dislike them either. I don't know any of the
I
stuff.
think you'll love
good
Alice
for
in Chains.
Alice in Chains.
But I mean,
start with Alice in Chains Unplugged, please. Do me a favor. If you really want to get into Lane Staley's voice, go get Mad Season.
I don't say
one of my
that they
favorite
suck.
albums of the last 10, 15 years.
Lane Staley's main season. All right.
Mad Season.
Mad Season.
It was a side project he did, and it's very underrated. By the way, I got to tell everyone I'm a little tired because I stayed up and watched The Sopranos. Someone has got to say it. This show stinks.
What an awful
show
episode.
Stinks.
They're going off on some wacky direction here that I don't like.
I know.
I liked the show when it was about the mafia, when it was about guys committing crimes as a crime family, killing each other, the broads involved. Remember, who can forget? First of all, she was a hooah. Remember that?
Yeah.
When he, what's his face there? Joey Pants beat the shit out of that hooker.
Yeah.
Smashed her face on the guardrail.
Yeah.
That's The Sopranos.
Didn't he kill her?
Yeah.
Yeah. The show stinks. And David Chase, everyone's like, oh, he's a genius. Just let him be. He's a genius.
Oh, now he's showing his
genius. He knows what he's doing.
By mixing ER and the X-Files. That's what we're getting now.
Right.
Fuck The Sopranos. It's ER and the X-Files put together. No more crimes.
Is Robert Loggia back? On there? Because he left like last year.
Robert
Loggia. Who knows?
You remember
Maybe
how great
he'll
he was?
show up in one of the dream sequences.
He went to jail. I loved him on this show. I thought he was great.
I was just waiting for Big Pussy to be part of last night's episode. Why not?
Why not throw them all in there?
Why not just throw them in and just say it was a fucking dream, please?
Yeah.
Because David Chase is a fucking
He's
genius.
a genius,
He's
Opie,
not
by
a
the way.
genius. He needs someone to smack him in the face and say, "Wake up! What are you doing?"
Put the show back on track.
He's like turning into Pablo Picasso when Pablo Picasso had his period where he threw the ear on the forehead and everyone called him a genius.
Genius.
No, you're not a genius. You're frustrating the fuck out of everybody.
One plus, the only plus I'll give last night's episode, no Dr. Melfi.
Thank God.
Why
Thank
was she
God.
doing another project somewhere? That's stiff.
Jimmy,
Perhaps I was busy.
You missed the episode, so we could just help you out a little bit. So Uncle Junior shoots Tony Soprano,
First
right?
one, right.
And now
Got Salamaranga.
So this week's episode starts off as Tony Soprano being. Was he Tony Soprano in the beginning?
Yes, he was Anthony Soprano.
Anthony Soprano.
Some type of salesman for something.
Some type of top salesman.
Opie, I believe it was a life that could have been, is what he was.
That's what David Chase was going.
Yeah, he's in a coma.
Going after.
He's in a coma because, of course, he got shot.
Got Salamaranga.
There we go.
There you go.
And he's in a coma in the hospital, and he's kind of having this dream, near-death experience thing that's going on, and that's 90% of the episode.
Yeah.
So it's him walking around as Anthony Soprano without his Tony Soprano accent.
Right, he's on the road. He's on the road at some kind of convention.
Just a normal guy with a wife and kids at home. He calls up his wife, "I love you, honey," things like that.
And they're different voices for the wife and the daughter that he talks to.
It's actually the same. It's them without their Jersey accents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if you noticed, Tony was doing the same thing. He didn't have his accent on. He did have his wheeze, though, that he can't get rid of. Jesus Christ, what's with that nose? Holy shit. All right, Cabela. Wheezy. He needs some Breathe Right strips.
I love my Breathe Right strips.
Yes, you do.
And this is why David Chase is not a genius, unless the HBO people influenced him.
Or the actors. Sometimes maybe Gandolfini got sick of certain things. Maybe he didn't want to do it. I'm guessing maybe he said, "I won't do it unless..."
This is what should have happened.
Unless I could lay in a bed like a beach ball with pipes coming out of me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm so happy they showed me my dad's last 2 days of his life, by the way, because that's exactly what I lived. That's exactly what I lived. I'm like, this is great. I'm watching HBO to get away from real life. And you're reminding me of the 2 last days I spent with my dad. Thank you.
That's why I hate hospital
Thank
shows.
you, David Chase.
Don't turn it into a goddamn hospital show.
There's enough hospital shows on TV. Give us the fucking, gangster shit.
That's why people watch The Sopranos. For the gangster shit. We like watching guineas shoot each other. It's a proven formula that works. Movies, television shows. People love watching Italian guys killing each other. Can't you keep it that way? Did you have to get all artsy fucking fartsy and make this life that could have been fucking coma sequence with 10% of the episode thrown in with them all at the hospital?
And stop.
What the fuck is this? It's General Hospital.
And stop making us think that Tony actually might die. He's not going to die. And that's why I say, shame on you.
Shame.
Shame on you. Got Salamaranga.
Shame on you, HBO. Shame on you, David Chase. By the way, Jimmy Norton will not be talking for the next 10 or 15 minutes of this fine radio program. And I don't blame little Jimmy Norton.
I would criticize The Sopranos. I just hadn't seen these two.
All right,
I'm all caught up except for these
Let
two.
me explain what happened, okay, Jimmy? So Uncle Junior shoots Tony Soprano.
I'm all caught up except for these two.
Meaning I had
there's only been 2 episodes.
That's you little doll.
No, he just started watching The Sopranos.
But when we were back on NEW, I had seen none of them.
Oh, okay.
And in the time off,
I thought you meant this season, which would have been silly.
No, I caught up all 5. I just have to now watch these 2.
You caught up all 5 seasons?
All 5 except for these 2.
You know what would have been great? Because he's somebody that just caught up in all 5 seasons in a month's time or whatever it was. Couple months time.
I loved it. I loved it.
I wish I could have gave you a little homework assignment.
What, sweetie?
And keep track of all the fucking storylines that just go away and they never explain or bring back or nothing.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing I hate about David Chase. And
There's the Russian guy running through the woods.
And his art. David
Chase, the fucking Russian guy running through the woods.
Best line in The Sopranos ever was the mother when she said, "Oh, why don't you go shit in your hat?" That's my favorite line ever.
All right, why don't we get it for our? Can you write that down? We'll get it for our replay.
She fucking rules.
Yeah, she
Jimmy,
was
we'll
a
give
good
you
one.
a replay with one
Miserable
clip.
old bag.
Oh.
Old bat.
You'll have one clip. So this is why I'm frustrated with HBO and David Chase. They should have had Tony die to begin this season. Because what they're doing now is a whole storyline about they're making it look like he's going to die. The doctor's like, you should lower your expectations and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they want us to think, oh my God, Tony's going to die. He's
not
not fucking
dying.
because they don't have the balls to take out one of the main characters, with 2 seasons left of the
Not like
show.
that.
So now it's just like he's dying. So now you're going to see a power struggle for the family and stuff, and there's going to be two groups that kind of go off, and then there's going to be some high profile people getting shot, I bet you, and killed.
Which they would have done if they killed Tony off, but
That's
this is
right.
the way they could do it without killing him.
Yeah, so they do all that, and then finally, guess what? Surprise! He's going to make a full recovery just in time for the second half of the season, or not even knowing these guys, like by maybe the 4th episode.
I don't want to sit there and watch that show and have to decipher symbolism. I don't like doing that. What does this other character whose license Tony has, what does that represent in Tony's life? What is the briefcase and wallet? Why is he in this hotel? What is the cityscape out the window with the rotating beacon on the horizon?
No, that's not a rotating
that all
beacon.
mean, man?
That's the sun coming up.
What? It looked like a rotating beacon.
It's
a rotating beacon.
It's the sun coming up.
No,
and
it's an amber light beacon.
It's a sun that's coming up that's representing the end of his life.
No, why would it be a sunset then?
Well, that's because they
It's
want...
a beacon. It's an
not a
amber
beacon.
beacon. I bet you it's a beacon. I bet you a beacon.
I know what it is.
It's the sun coming
What
up.
is it?
It's the Jew spinning a penny.
The stupid sun coming up.
It's not. Perhaps the
And
sun
when the
is coming
sun-
up at the time, but
and that means he's running out of time. When the sun comes up, that is it for his life.
What?
Yes, because when you die, the sun's still going to come up, buddy. No one's going to give a
What?
shit. The sun's going to just keep coming up every day. And
It's not Bob Edwards. It's it's The Sopranos.
Tony turns to ash, collapses.
I wouldn't put it past that asshole, fucking David Chase.
I hate this show.
Turned it into Buffy.
There were times I almost liked this show, but I just get so frustrated by this.
I was
damn
right
thing.
with it. I don't need symbolism like this. I don't want to decipher shit. I want Guinea A whacking Guinea B over this job or that job. Fun television.
Hey, a buddy of mine actually got a job in The Sopranos a couple years ago. He was the guy, Bobby. He played. Remember the episode where Meadows' boyfriend gets a job on the construction site?
Uh-huh.
And the guy that jumps up after they tease each other about being gay, and the one guy kicks the dog shit out of the other guy on the construction site?
Yeah.
The guy that did the beating is a buddy of mine. Bobby, he worked at Caroline's for many years, and I don't know
yeah.
if he's still in there. She played like part of Sharippa's crew, I think.
There have been 8,000 people that have gone through The Sopranos as cast members, and there's only 5 regular ones. That's
I know it.
pretty much how it goes.
Whenever Tony dreams of a piece of cardboard, that would represent Lorraine Bracco's acting. Why do you think you do that? I don't know. Deaf voice.
Ugh. Oh, God. Let's say hi to George in Jersey. George, what's up?
Hey, guys, this show used to mean I get laid once a week because my wife would watch just enough sex to sort of get the juices flowing, and now she had to watch her father, relive her father in a hospital for the last 6 months of his life. I may not get laid for another month.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's how my dad was the last couple of days of his life. Thank you for reminding me, Mr. Chase.
There's a select group of people that watch shows like that watch depressing hospital shows. A lot of people, apparently, because a lot of ER did very well, things like that.
Grey's Anatomy is another one now.
Yeah, but if you watch The Sopranos, you don't want to watch the hospital show. Don't turn it into House. On a very special house. It's House's toughest case yet. Oh, it is again. Wow. Oh, there's a young man convulsing on the bed again. What does he have? I don't know. He may die on an all-new house. Right. Oh, I can't watch the House commercials without getting the heebie-jeebies like I got something.
Well, they remind you of other things you could die of.
Oh, I don't want to know.
I don't know what happened. He was a healthy boy, and next thing you know, he was convulsing on the floor.
Oh, House's toughest case yet. Right. And there's somebody going, and he's an athlete, and there he is on the bed convulsing. His house goes, by me. I don't know, another one they give me that I have no clue. goddamn hospital shows.
Let's go to Angry Little Fella. Angry Little Fella.
Hey guys, I think one of the redeeming qualities of last night's episode was having AJ swear vengeance.
And I like how he said he was going to shoot him in his fucking mummy head.
Who's he going to shoot? Oh,
And mummy
Junior.
head, his dumb Six Flags dancing motherfucking head.
Mummy head.
You know what that means, right? He ain't.
What's that?
He ain't shooting anybody.
No.
You think he's going to be, a soldier by the end of the season and join the family?
I'll bet you that's the big. I'll bet you. Let me guess. That's the big end of the first season. Is AJ killing Uncle Junior?
Nope.
I bet you.
Junior is so dead within the next couple episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because his part was useless the last.
You don't
time.
think AJ will do it though?
The last time Sopranos was
Make his
on
bones.
5 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. I think I was still in college. Uncle Junior was useless. Nah, they're ready to get rid of him.
Yeah,
fast.
Junior's character.
They're ready to
is
get rid of
done.
him fast.
It's too bad though, because he's really funny.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, fellas.
He's great.
All right.
I think a good end of the season would be Dr. Melfi goes for her bachelor's, and we don't know if she passes the test or not until the next one.
Wow, a whole episode, a two-parter.
A real cliffhanger.
I'm just waiting for my grades.
They raped me, and I showed no emotion.
Yeah, how about that one?
Right.
What happened with the Melfi rape? And the guy that did it. Remember everybody was thinking Tony's going to find out and kill the guy or something?
Oh, no. The Beacon is something else. Eric in Colorado. Eric.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Hi.
Two things for you. First off, yeah, I agree with you, Oak. That was like watching the last 6 hours of my mother's life.
I know I'm not alone out there. That's why I have to bring it
course
up
not.
today, because it was an uncomfortable thing that, unfortunately, a lot of people have seen in a hospital. It's like, thank you. This is exactly how it was. Family members coming in and talking to the guy that's never going to talk again.
Wonderful.
And supposedly that's going to do something. It doesn't do shit.
But, hey, that beacon in
Yeah.
the background when they were showing him in the hotel room,
Yeah.
that was the fucking airport.
All right. It's a rotating beacon.
Right, on top of a control tower in an airport.
And the airport represents his being able to leave, which he can't. It's right there in his view, but it's out of reach. Ugh.
Yeah, last night's episode was...
Oh, that's...
What did the
it
ice
just-
bucket represent?
Oh, that's the light
the
back.
hotel room.
That's the light back to
Back
reality.
to reality and the airport that takes him home, but he can't get home
Because
right now.
now I'm onto something. Well, we're onto something
Because he's
here.
somebody else. He lost his ID and everything,
Right.
and he can't fly out of there until
Keeps
he's
looking
Tony
out the window
Soprano.
going, I know I have to go back to there, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I don't have my IDs and all that stuff.
Hey, I want to
So
know,
I might be...
want to know why Christopher is driving a $100,000 Maserati in the rain with the windows down.
Yeah, he bought it on the cheap from, what's his name, in jail.
Yeah, but still, he's in a fucking rain with the windows down.
That's a nice fucking car, by the way.
Yeah, and he's
I'm thinking of picking one up.
He's probably getting wet and getting
You
gripped on.
really should, Anthony.
Oh,
Jimmy. Oh, my God. Oh, and then he hangs up.
I hope he didn't hang up. I hope he was on a car phone and a truck fucking hit him. You fucking trampling douche.
He was chatty Cathy over when Opie was talking, too, the whole time.
Me.
But let's be
Me.
Let's be honest, I didn't have anything there, though, so I don't care if he talked over me.
To save a dying man, House must first save a dead woman.
We're going to cure her.
You discretion advised. All new House.
All right. New bit, get all house promos.
Get all house promos, which means just get one house promo.
Right. Wait, he's going to save a dying man before, but he has to...
first he has to save a dead woman. What? What is House doing?
Is he a doctor named House?
Oh, he's a doctor named House.
Douche.
And he's a drug addict or something. And he only gets cases that are so fucked up that this hospital would be written up in a second. Excuse me, look at your last 10 cases. They're the wackiest shit. Doesn't anyone come in with strep throat? No.
I want to make a show about the homoerotic male nurse that smothers the elderly. She's not going to make it. The guy who's got a body like Big Kev and an awful beard. Like a tall 44-year-old gentleman who just wants to kill old people.
On
with a
the
pillow.
next nurse.
All of a sudden you see 2 feet kicking and an askew white shoe. That's what you want to see.
But they said she was getting better. Sorry, these things just happen.
And it was a natural death, and they show her dead with her mouth open, her eyes wide open, her hands splayed out, and he helped me.
The nose twisted and pushed to the face.
The pillow with an imprint in it. It was natural. I don't know what happened.
On an all-new nurse.
Here we go. Let's go to Mitch in Jersey. Mitch.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey.
Hi.
I got a headache from watching last night trying to analyze. But
Yeah.
really, what's going on? It's heaven and hell. First of all, if you ever been to Orange County, California, that's purgatory. Trust me. And what
there,
they're
my
showing
friend,
is
the
one
OC.
side's heaven.
Wait, dude, what do you mean it's
one side's
purgatory?
hell.
What did that represent? I'm not sure what you meant.
It's Tony's his hell that his his life has been his hell.
Well, why'd you say Orange County represents purgatory? I'm not sure what that
If
means.
you've been there, what do you mean?
Well, if you've ever spent any time in Orange County, there's nothing to do. I mean, you got L.A., which is a great city, and you got San Francisco. Everything else out there.
So Orange
Forget
County is
Orange.
what?
It's purgatory, Orange County. Dude. It's the most vanilla place in the world.
Hey, come on, Disney's there.
It's why. What can I tell you? It's what It's heaven and hell. I think because they're showing forest fires is the hell, and the other side, the beacon, the sun coming up, and everything.
Oh, interesting.
But,
The forest fire that was happening. Yeah, Costa Mesa.
Yeah, who wants to take time analyzing it?
I know. I don't want to do that. If I want to do that, I'll really set my mind to it and watch some kind of fucking movie or that is all symbolism. But The Sopranos is supposed to be mindless mobster fun.
See, I like the dream sequences that they had, like when he was driving with his father and this weird stuff. If they're fast, I don't mind it if it's a quick, because they were actually very well done. It was like that is what a dream is like. It's like kind of rational, but yet it's irrational dreck.
Yeah.
Like that. Most dreams are shit.
I'm sitting there with Pivo saying, why are they showing a repeat? What's going on? This isn't it.
All right.
When's the show start?
Well-
and I got to analyze. Forget it.
That's not good. I just tipped over my club soda. Now I got to open it.
But why did that internally? You don't understand how happy that just made me.
No.
I watched my friend pick up a bottle of club soda and he dropped it, and inside I went, yes. Ooh.
It's everywhere.
Anthony just pumped. He wrapped his hand around it and he pumped it and he opened the top and it sprayed all over him like hot, delicious cum.
All right, listen. We're getting killed. We're getting killed on the instant feedback.
Oh no.
Stupid dick face from New York.
Thanks, man.
We're getting killed here, Anthony.
It's not his real name, by the way.
Stop wanting the plot lines wrapped up. The point of the Russian episode was to show Paulie falling out of favor. You dumb fucks want the same shit fed to you like other dumb Americans.
Yeah.
Scott Brooks from Virginia.
Dumb Americans.
Dude, it's not that you want stuff fed to you, dude, but in a show, you do have to have a storyline wrapped up. Showing Paulie fall out of favor is one thing, but a lot of times if they leave loose ends, that's
you
just
dumb
lazy.
fuck. And don't try to turn a mob show into some kind of fucking symbolism analyzing bullshit. Tell him to go fuck up. What's his name?
Stupid dick face.
Oh, that's on instant feedback? I could do away with him in a couple of clicks.
We'll see how fast he gets wrapped up. That's what we like.
Yeah, here's your loose end.
Anthony.
On an all-new house.
Anthony, what are you doing?
I'm going in and removing the tumor.
No, stop. Just
Go on in there, Dr. Cumia.
Password, hold on.
Just
this is very delicate surgery I'm doing here.
Just stop.
Just
stop.
Nurse?
Why is Anthony
Wipe.
sweating?
I need a wipe. There we go.
He's losing his mind.
All right.
Yeah.
There he is. There it goes. And you go to the top.
Uh-oh.
Ban.
Where's that tumor? Is it gone?
Oh, hey, I think he's going to pull through. I think instant feedback's going to pull through.
All right, listen.
That tumor's been removed.
Looks like it's going to pull through, thank God.
Scott from Virginia, you guys just don't get it. Man. Everyone thinks they know better than David Chase. Sopranos has always been as much about psychology as it has been about the mob and family.
He's probably right, yet you can't get too far away from the part that people really love.
What frustrates me is they develop some unbelievable characters on The Sopranos, and then they do nothing with the characters. They all kind of just sit around. And every once in a while they shoot somebody. Am I right?
End.
But that's, that simplifies it maybe a little too much, but the character development on the show is unbelievable, and you don't get character development like this on TV.
How great was Annabella Sciorra, whatever her name is, as his psycho chick?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a fantastic episode. Anthony made a big mess.
Ever see fucking Club Soda come apart like that?
No.
Kelly from Gainesville, Florida. Did Opie say Paulo Picasso? If I did, I know it's Pablo.
I bought some Paulo Picasso paintings. Oops.
Opie, it's a beacon. Don't make me hit you with some ketchup.
Oh.
Let's see. That's what separates The Sopranos from every other hacky show on TV these days. If you want a mafia show where someone gets whacked every week, The Sopranos isn't for you. That's also from Scott from
Not
Virginia.
every week.
By the way, it's not a beacon. I thought it was the sunrise coming up. Anthony thinks it's a beacon. Well, we got a third answer here. Richard in North Carolina. Richard.
Yeah, guys, isn't the beacon the wildfire in the background that they keep showing on TV?
No, it's a regular bleep. It's a regular, like every second beacon.
Well, maybe it's Jimmy farting on the fire. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the fires are getting a little stronger, but not strong enough to be completely over the horizon shot.
I don't know.
And maybe those fires are coming his way. And will he escape in time, meaning he gets to live?
Oh. Or maybe it represents death, and maybe the light is walk into the light means you're going to die. Maybe he's fighting for his life. And I haven't even seen it, and I can figure this out. I'm
fighting
so
for his
good.
life. All right, let's go to Jason in North Carolina.
Or
Jason?
maybe he has to sell some more encyclopedias.
Yes.
And that's where they are. I always go for the most basic answer. Maybe it's just light because he wants to read.
When Tony's in the hotel on the 7th floor, I think the 7, because if you've seen the elevator, it said 7. I'm thinking it has to do with the 7 deadly sins, and he fell on the 5th floor, whatever the 5th sin is.
Or what David Chase is very good at from the episodes I've seen is making a dream sequence very realistic. And a lot of times there are just non sequiturs and idiocy in your dreams that really don't mean anything.
That's why Eraserhead was good.
Yeah, but see, when he fell as he was going down the stairs, I think that's one step closer to hell.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
What's with the Alzheimer's thing? That the doctor told him he saw signs of Alzheimer's. Is that him losing himself?
Because the doctor in real life is saying how he might have
Brain
brain damage when he comes
right.
out.
Yeah.
So in the dream, he's...
See, I had a dream one time that I was laying down, and a couple of large black gentlemen were using my face as a chair, and I realized that meant that I was just very stiff and didn't move a lot like furniture.
Hello?
Anthony's getting a phone call.
Phone call.
Speaking. Who is this? Uh-huh. My furniture, yes.
Where's the furniture, bitch?
All right, it's going to be when? Today? What time? Between 7 and 12.
Hurry up, fat slob! He's got a show to do!
Fucking bitch!
I thought it was going to be like 9.
That's what he thought.
Hey, fat
'Cause
slob
this
on the
is
phone, he's
extra
broadcasting!
special delivery just for me.
For him,
are a
stupid!
fat slob!
You dumb bitch! Where's the couch?
Someone turn the TV down.
It's not a TV show.
Sorry,
It's not a TV
the
show.
kids
The
have
furniture
TV
lady
on
is a
real
fat
loud.
slob that you're talking to!
The furniture lady takes it in the ass! The furniture lady takes it in the ass!
We will expect the furniture between 7 and noon.
And don't scrape it, you ape!
And make sure every piece of hardware is there this
Make
time.
sure, biatch!
Are you familiar with the mishap of Saturday? Okay, there was a mishap, and that's why they're coming today. And I will explain that mishap to my listeners. And if there is another mishap, the name of the furniture company goes out over my radio show's airwaves that I'm on right now. And, Buster, you will not know pain until you feel the wrath of the pests.
That's right. That's why he thinks you're a cunt.
That's right.
Hey, and by that
You
we
are a
mean-
shithead.
No,
Furniture bringing motherfucker.
There's a room full. We're in a gymnasium here, and people are talking smack with other teammates.
How fat are you, whore?
Yeah.
That's what'll happen.
Pass the couch.
So
I want
I'll
to
be
shoot
looking for the furniture between 7 and 12. And, of course, it can't be 7 because it's already 8:45
You
here.
dumb
so
shitbag.
It can't be. So now it's going to be 8:45 to 12, right?
That's right.
Somewhere in there. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Did
You're
she hear
gonna
us?
get my shit all fucked up, you animals.
Did she hear us?
She, of course, heard. She
All
was
right.
she was kind of chuckling at first, and then I don't know if the cunt helped out.
Furniture lady's a
my
cunt, yeah.
cause.
So what happened with your furniture, sweetie?
Can we tell it after the break?
Sure can.
It really is a great story.
Take a break,
But
and then, of course,
I do want to take a leak.
nothing works. Jimmy, you know, right?
It's a
Yeah.
great story.
Absolutely.
I would ask Opie if he knew, but he has to have furniture delivered before he can know the horror.
I once had something delivered.
You did?
What happened? Did it get scratched while you were watching the Watergate hearings?
Let's go to John in New York. John?
Hello, boys.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you know, every episode you can mine a little something. And my wife and I were, sifting through all that crap, and at least they had, the funeral scene with that loser Gino, and they had the guys all trying to jockey for position for Tony's favor, and you had, Paulie saying he was going to get Tony a little stereo for the room, and Chris said, he doesn't need a stereo.
Yeah, you can see that stuff starting. There were some moments that were pretty cool in there. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. It's not like I'm going to abandon the show and not watch it.
I'm going to TiVo. Can I watch the first two?
No.
Can I watch the first one and then Wednesday watch the second one, and then we can all talk about it Thursday?
No, you can't.
Bunch it up.
All right, thank you.
I'll have the dream. Believe me, I'll figure the dream thing out immediately.
Of course
Let's go to John on Long Island. John.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
stupid.
Hi.
What do you think about the telephone call at the end? Was that the symbolism for Tony waking up from his coma? He went for the phone, then he didn't answer it?
Yeah, I guess when he finally answers the phone, that means he's going to be all right. You're going to be okay.
All right, punch it out.
All right. Why don't we go to break? Enough with The Sopranos. It's just my opinion. I was frustrated by the show.
A little bit.
I can't be bothered.
But look how much we talked about it.
Dude, an hour of trying to interpret it. It
I
made
know.
sense.
See? Maybe they're onto something.
Who knows?
Who are we to say? Who the fuck are we to say?
If I wanted to be all confused, I would have just watched Lost.
Right.
That's what I would have done.
Just watch a show like that's a season and a half in that you have no clue about and turn it on. Do that. What the fuck? Who is that guy? What is he doing? That's how it feels sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
In an all-new episode of Nurse, she shit her pants, she paid with her life.
We got to get house promos. Hey, as we go to break, another highlight from our broadcast at the Hard Rock Cafe for St. Patty's Day on Friday. You can download the show from audible.com, I'm hearing. And we got pictures and videos up on opieandanthony.com. But Stalker Patty stepped up to the mic and sang her rendition of White Rabbit. I would listen to this if it was on the radio. By the way.
Because it's an eerie version.
It's a very eerie version of White Rabbit done by Stalker Patty.
It's one of the hardest parts of the song if you don't play it like that.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small, and the one that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, the hookah smoking caterpillar has given you the call. Call Alice when she's just a soul. When the men on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving on, go ask Alice. I think she'll know when logic and proportion
Feeling good. It's good enough, baby.
and then White Knight is talking backwards, and the Red Queen's off of her head.
Smoking this shit to escape from reality? I am reality. I tuck it down, BC. Yeah! Yeah, baby!
Bring it down the house, Stalker Patty at the Hard Rock Cafe. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio.
And by the way, thank you to the people who had like audio or some photos of me at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. Thanks for never sending that stuff.
Why
I really
would they?
appreciate that.
Why would they?
Thanks a lot. You said you would send it and you never sent it. Why wouldn't you do that, man?
Tell a friend about the Opie and Anthony program. if you enjoy what you hear. That's how we'll spread this virus that is called the O&A virus. Are you tangled up over there? What the hell's going on here?
Dollface.
There we go.
And you got to tell your furniture story.
Oh, well, anytime you order furniture in this day and age, it's what I like to call a clusterfuck.
How about any time you try to do anything in this world?
To do anything. If you need an answer from a company, from the phone company, Cablevision, the oil company, anything, it's this clusterfuck. You can't ever get to somebody. No one takes responsibility for anything anymore. There's always a chain of command that goes in a big circle. And I got a great example of that over the weekend. I had bought some bedroom furniture, Opie. I have a nice, what they call a master suite in my house.
You know,
yes.
You're just getting me more and more frustrated.
Why?
Not only do you have a brand new abode.
Yes.
You now have new stuff arriving every day.
But that's just it. I
And
never
I'm
owned anything.
Still in the same shithole.
You gotta move.
I'm trying. I'm looking.
Yeah.
I don't like what I'm seeing.
I looked for a year and a half. I looked for a place
Call
to
me
live.
crazy, but I want a little outdoor space in Manhattan.
Yep.
Call me crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't want
Hey,
to.
crazy.
I don't want to be in a fish tank.
Nope.
You'll get it, crazy. Don't worry. You'll find a place. Just keep looking.
I'm
It will
looking.
come, crazy.
But for the money, I'm spending,
Right.
I just want to be able to, maybe open up a door and just step out and go, my air.
That's a little rough.
Sit down and read the newspaper, maybe have a cup of Joe.
Maybe kick your feet up.
Depends on where
Java, if you
live.
will.
See, there's Central Park West, right? And there's Montauk Point. Now, on Montauk Point, you can get a palace.
How about this?
And then
how about this?
Central Park West, you get a cracker box. And in between is the scale of, the difference between the two.
That's what sucks about New York. People maybe around the rest of the country just don't understand this.
No.
You could get a nicer place if you're willing to sacrifice your commute time.
Right. So you have to balance it out.
Oh, if you want to only commute 20 minutes, it's going to cost you. If
Mhm.
you want to commute an hour each way, now you're talking about a nice spread.
Now you're talking a great spread, but
now you're
it's an
stuck
hour.
on like one of the worst highways known to man, the
Yep.
Long Island Expressway.
You know, it's not worth it. It's not worth the strain it puts on you, the anger, an hour's drive. It's just not. I thought of going into Jersey, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I mean, if I
So-
was Anthony, I would have. Anthony got a $19 million house.
Jimmy, I'm with
I mean, that's
you.
what I would have done.
Jimmy, I'm with you. I would have got a house on Long Island by now because I can't handle that stupid commute anymore. So now I have a commute that's less than 5 minutes, but I don't have outdoor space.
Yeah.
I can maybe get 2 to 3 bedrooms. That's about it.
That's why it took
about
me.
it.
That's why it took me a year and a half to find a place. I was finding the perfect balance of short commute, especially for the time of day that we drive, and nice space. And I found the perfect balance with this house.
20 minutes, maybe?
And it takes me 20 minutes to get in. It takes me about 40 minutes to get home. Double the time. And that's still fast because during rush hour, if I would leave during rush hour, it could take upwards of an hour and a half to get home.
Hour and a half.
But I don't go during rush hour. So
Dude, coming into the Lincoln Tunnel every night, and sometimes I live 6 miles, and I knew the back roads, and I would just still hit the tunnel. Once you get to the tunnel, you can't do anything about it.
This is your old place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rage, the
Oh,
anger,
yeah.
the stress, I couldn't do it anymore.
I used to be that guy. You know who I am now? I don't give a shit guy.
That's why
I don't care.
That's why I hate Chuck Schumer and Hillary Clinton and all the politicians, because you'll see them on New York TV from time to time. Oh, we got to get rid of the violent video games.
Video games!
Video games! How about you fix our fucking commute? That's what's causing real stress and headaches in this world.
Impossible.
But they'll go after some stupid video games. Like a video game. Have you tried to commute to Long Island lately?
By the way, I did a sidewalk move the other day.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's why I hate politicians in general. They don't take on the real issues because they're too complicated. They are too complicated, so they go after the easy shit. Oh, a video game. A video game.
Rock and roll music.
Rock and roll music. Very easy targets.
Yeah.
when there is a real problem, and I'm sure it's happening in your city, you could go, oh, well, this is our problem in our city. Well, in this city, the commuting from Manhattan to the suburbs is so ridiculous, but no politician wants to acknowledge that this is going on.
And then they try to do things with the roads. They make an extra lane, and it winds up taking 10 years longer than they say it is and billions of dollars more than they say it was going to take because of corruption and, you know.
Whatever, yeah.
It's whatever,
But
yeah.
let's see a politician get into some real issues that really affect us instead of stupid video games. No one is being affected by video games except maybe 3 guys named Tom somewhere. That's it. But they were crazy to begin with, and it just took the video game to realize, wow, I can shoot people. Great.
At least it's
You're going to always get that shit. But the average person loves their violent video games, and nothing happens because they're playing them.
At least it's an easier commute in Grand Theft Auto. Isn't it?
Right.
Really?
Oh, I would
could
love
get cross town without nary a problem.
You want to talk about real
Sometimes
violence?
my car explodes.
You want to talk about real violence? Someone should do a study and see how much real violence is going on because the commute is so frustrating that people are losing their minds. The road rage
beating
and
each other and hitting each other.
Right, hitting
running
into
each
other
other over.
cars because you just have to after a
You
while.
have to.
You just have
You're
to.
obligated.
Like the movie Crash, you just have to crash into somebody every once in a while.
You get pissed.
But anyway, sorry. But that's the reason why I have to stay. I have to stay. I want to live on Long Island. I want to live in the suburbs. I want to hear the birds in the morning.
But you can. You just got to move closer. Like, I wouldn't move out to Suffolk County, where, you know, my family lives out there. But Nassau County, especially closer to Queens than Suffolk, that's not bad.
Dude,
it's not a bad commute.
I left from the city to go to a lousy Islander game. It took 2.5 hours to get to the game. It was after rush hour.
Yeah.
It was after rush hour.
What time about?
It was like, what time did I leave? It was like 6.
Yeah, that's still bad. That's still real bad out east.
I fucking hate Long Island.
The expressway is the worst.
I missed half the
Fuck.
game, and I sat in my seat like I wanted to kill somebody.
Yeah.
That's the real issues, you stupid politicians out there. Go take on a real issue.
Well, if you live on Long Island, work on Long Island. If you want to live on that fucking appendage sticking off the fucking city,
well, there are a lot of
work out there.
There are a lot of
work.
You're different. You're in the morning. You're Anthony. You don't count.
A lot of companies are moving some of their facilities and stuff out to Long Island, but other people don't have a choice. They have to do the commute.
Fucking annoying. They don't have to
Take
drive
the
5 miles an
train.
hour. Those shit
Everyone take the train except me.
Exactly.
That's what I'd like.
But you'll have these politicians. They're looking out for us. Are you? Are you really?
All the big issues.
Do you know what's going on every day during rush hour? That is causing people to get hit and everything? Because you know there's a percentage of people that just get home and have to hit something.
Yeah, it's the
whether
wife.
Whether it's a wall, a
That's
wife,
the
a
wife.
kid. Because they're
Beat
just
the
so
wife.
fucking frustrated.
Kick a dog.
Or they're punching other commuters. It's
Yeah.
happening every day. People losing their minds.
Me and Jim went to see Metallica Godsmack. It took us, I think we got there at the end of Godsmack. When I saw you guys here at Nassau Coliseum, fucking almost 3 hours to come from somewhere in Manhattan. I wanted to just firebomb the entire road.
Yeah, it gets you so frustrated. Oof.
I almost cried one time. I did MTV sketches many years ago, like these little free sketches for the Jon Stewart Show or something on MTV. And I had a gig at this place out in Long Island, who I won't mention the name of it because the guy who owns it is a fuck. And it was, I almost pulled over and wept. It was like overtired, I hadn't slept, and I didn't know Long Island could be that bad. And it probably took me 2.5 hours to go 20 miles.
Oh.
And you ever hit traffic so bad, like, you can't believe it's happening. You want to just cry.
And there's nowhere you can go. Like, there's no options.
No.
That's the most annoying part. When you're even between exits or anything, you're dead stop and you go, I can't go anywhere. I can't move. Very frustrating.
You have to piss.
I end up biting, not my bicep, not my shoulder, the soft skin in between the two muscles right here as
Ooh.
hard as I can.
That's not good. Don't do that.
Because you just don't know what to do.
New house.
Because you don't know what to do. You have to hurt yourself to
biting
calm
himself.
down.
Bite the steering wheel. I've done that. Voss
I'm
does
not even
that.
kidding. And
Yeah.
I'll bite my fingers like this sideways, just to calm down.
Yeah, can't be that guy. Got to just let it go. Wherever I'm going, they're gonna have
Little
to wait.
tangent, I understand, but
Yeah.
so what I was saying is you're getting me very frustrated and jealous because you got the new house and now new stuff arriving.
Furniture coming,
and I'm
every
still in
day.
the same shithole because I just can't accept the fact that I'm gonna have to spend all this money to live in something halfway
Yep.
decent in New York City when I know what I could get on Long Island.
Yeah.
That's the problem I'm having. But anyway, go ahead with
Bedroom set Saturday, supposed to be coming up. I owned nothing for my entire life. Nothing. First house I've ever owned. So I decided no furniture is coming with me. Buying all new stuff. So the bedroom set was supposed to come Saturday. It was a big to-do to get them to deliver on Saturday. They were all booked up, the whole big bullshit thing. But, we'll get you in there. We'll fit you in. It's going to be anywhere between 7 and noon on Saturday. So now I'm like, motherfuck, man. I was going to stay in town because, as you know, Friday we had our St. Pat's thing, and I was drinking. So I booked a room. I stayed in Thursday, so I could just go zip right over there and not have to worry about traffic coming in on St. Patty's Day. And then I was going to stay Friday night because I've been doing some of that drinking. I didn't want to drive home.
That good old drinking.
Yeah, but now I got to go home after the gig because Saturday, anywhere between 7 and noon. Now, if they told me it was going to be 9 till noon, I could have gotten up and I'm not going to stay in, wake up at 5 in the morning to get home on an off chance that they're going to be there, like they said, at 7. So that almost cost me, too, because as I was leaving, I'm driving home from the gig. And I actually went to the gig at the Hard Rock. We did the gig, and then we went to O'Looney's, had a couple of beers there.
Here's some honesty, kids.
So I was probably
From your old pal Ant.
technically over the limit, but I'm one of the best drunk drivers ever out there.
Technically over the limit? Who are you kidding?
I wasn't hammered, but technically if I blew into the breathalyzer, it probably would have had me as impaired or intoxicated. Driving while intoxicated. Probably. But I was fine, I could drink.
Definitely, Anthony.
Yeah, well. So I get a call from Super Agent Bob Eatman, and he doesn't have my OnStar phone number. He's got my cell phone number. With the OnStar thing, you just hit the button on the rear view, and you're talking. Right. You're on the phone. Your whole car is a rolling phone. It's fantastic. So he calls me on my cell. So I'm holding my cell up to my ear, driving down 57th.
By the way, the ultimate cell phone.
Yes.
You could listen to music.
Yep.
And the cell phone drives you.
And the cell phone drives you. It is the best cell phone I've ever owned.
And you can get blown in it. Right. All these people bragging about their cell phones. Oh, mine's an MP3 player.
Mine's got a DVD player.
Oh, it takes pictures and it takes video. Really? Anthony's phone drives them home.
Gets me through the snow.
Right. Anthony can fit 3 hookers in his phone.
It is the ultimate phone.
It really is the ultimate phone. But he didn't call me on that. So I got the cell phone to my
It's
ear.
a portable phone.
It's a rolling phone. Down 57th, and a lot of traffic, St. Patty's Day, and stopped at a light, and here comes an officer of the law, NYPD, New York's finest, knocks on my window. I'm on the phone. I roll it down. I go, yes, officer. He goes, doing random DWI checks for people without seatbelts on and cell phones, license, registration. Where you been?
Where were you? Right outside the tunnel? Or
No, I was at 57th and probably 5th around there.
Okay,
Hadn't gone far at all.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was heading toward the bridge.
God, what? That blows.
That's what they were doing.
It's
Any
St.
excuse,
Patty's Day,
any
man.
excuse to get a driver to give them a reason to stop you. So I was on the cell phone, and I tell Bob, I go, Bob, gotta go. I might be getting a DWI. So I leave Bob with that, and the
You
guy
should let him listen in.
No, the cops don't find that. Remember the clip we had of the woman on the cell phone with the officer?
All right.
I figured I'd get off real quick before he tased me. So he goes, where you been? And without slurring a word, I said, we were doing a live broadcast from the Hard Rock Cafe, my radio show, Opie and Anthony show. I'm Anthony. I hand him my license. I wasn't even going to try not to throw that card out immediately. So I hand him my license. He goes, oh, Anthony? I go, yeah. He goes, my partner's a huge fan. He goes, if I pull you out of this vehicle, he's going to fuck me up for sure. Take it easy, man. Safe home. See, kids, that's what privilege is like. That's what privilege is. I love it. We are huge supporters of the NYPD.
Of course. Always have been.
Always have been. And that isn't like, that was before they cut us anything. And believe me, I've gotten pulled over by many a prick NYPD and been written up, and they didn't want to hear who the fuck I am. So it's it goes along those lines.
Everybody thinks who the fuck he is, doesn't it?
Fucking guy.
Anyway.
So, skated that one. And, it would have been nice for me to be able to stay in the hotel, but I had the furniture delivered.
We almost both got arrested this weekend.
Yeah, that would have been nice, huh? The, what did they call us? The Toxic Twins jailed.
You know what would have been funny if he said my part, after you get the license back, if you would have snatched it and rolled you one up and said, no autographs. I don't know why I just did the hand motion like you would have anything other than a fucking... Like...
Radio's Opie and Anthony jailed over the weekend. We'll tell you why. Like, make it sound like we did something.
My story would have been cooler, though.
You think? Yeah, mine's just a stupid
Pinning
Pee-wee.
a guy down and emptying ketchup on his head.
Oh, that would have definitely been
cooler.
Definitely would have been cooler.
Anthony with his pants around his ankles like fucking Justin Volpe.
Oh, 'cause
raping him with a baton.
Because we're tough guys.
Yeah, no, Bob, I'm getting a DUI. Yeah, the cop won't leave me alone. I don't know what...
Shit.
Oh.
What?
Well, look at this. Let's go to Chris in Pennsylvania. Chris?
Hey,
Hey.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe you fell for the "we'll squeeze you in on Saturday" story. I used to be a customer service manager. That was just to get you off the fucking phone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
this was-
much. We don't give a shit.
Well, this guy's saying, you used to do customer service. The madder you get, the less we care. Well, listen to what my pal Anthony did.
Here's what I do now these days. Here's what I do now.
This takes balls, by the way.
So they fit it in, and this is, now, we've been looking for a bedroom set for a while. This is a new house. I'm very proud of it. I like it. It's the first place I really have given a shit about as far as buying furniture. That's why I didn't come here with any furniture. I have to get everything new. So it's not just on a whim that I'll go out and buy something. So this bedroom set is the bedroom set we wanted. So they finally do get there, and it's Jesus Christ. See, this is all furniture related, people. So let me
good.
just hello.
Please be a problem.
Speaking. Hi. Good. How are you? Yeah, a little apology with the delivery. Yeah, that was a we call it a cluster F, if you might mind my language, but you know what that is? That kind of.
It's the store manager apologizing.
But
Yeah, too late,
so-
bitch.
Hey, yeah.
How about fucking
Yeah.
not doing that again, stupid ass?
Turn the TV down. Sorry, I got HBO
Furniture
on.
women
They
suck.
got that,
Hey, store
hang on.
manager lady, Anthony was just calling you a cunt.
I just hung up on her. I had to hang up. You're gonna fuck up my delivery.
This fucking hole.
She's calling to apologize.
Is she?
Is she?
Oh my
Give me
God.
the phone next time
No.
she calls.
We'll take care of her.
Oh my God, you're gonna fuck this up for me.
I'm sorry, you certainly are,
You
bitch.
better be.
Click.
Oh my God. Holy shit. So they show up at 11:45.
Oh, a little disconnect. Incompetent Whores Anonymous.
My pal Anthony has a gun, you
Don't
twat!
fuck it up again, stupid! Furniture store people suck dicks!
Get that mic next to Anthony, Van.
Hurry up with the furniture, bitch!
Thank
You're
you.
useless.
Hurry up.
You are useless.
You useless
you
bitch.
fat slob.
Oh my God, you fucking guys
Who was that?
are the worst.
She didn't hear us.
She's the head of the friggin' store.
Is she?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
we
she
didn't
called
know.
to apologize for the
I'm
cluster
sorry. We
fuck
didn't know that.
that happened Saturday.
We'll call to
uh,
apologize to her after the show.
Yeah, give it. Let me call.
No,
her.
you are not.
Let him say sorry.
Yeah, we just want to say sorry.
Going in my pocket. You can do whatever you want after it's delivered. If they call after the delivery, I'll be right with you.
Anyway,
11:45, they decide.
so they're obviously
to show
calling
up.
back because this was a big.
This
problem.
was a big problem.
Yes.
And how I handled it is why I'm getting these calls and why this company does not deliver on Mondays. They don't deliver on Sunday and Monday. They are delivering today to my house because this is what happened when they showed up. They show up, they unload all the furniture, bring it into the house, upstairs into the bedroom.
nice.
Lot
of stuff.
Yeah. There's
Bed.
there's a 4-poster bed.
Okay.
2 big end tables.
Okay.
A big dresser.
All right.
With a mirror.
Pretty much a whole bedroom.
Bedroom set, yeah. For a king-size bed. Huge king-size bed. So they have to disassemble the bed that we have and put it up against, the wall, making sure not to scratch my wood floors or my walls.
I hope not.
Because every scratch is a demerit, and a demerit is less of a tip.
You tell them that?
Yes. No, I don't. I tell them, do not scratch my floors, though. I make a point before they even step in. My wood floors don't get scratched.
And he says that as he's walking around his place with a gun.
Yes, I make sure all my guns are displayed. No, riffraff. Let them know that they're not a case in the joint. So they bring everything in. Bring everything off the truck in the house. Disassemble the bed. Put it to the side. Bring in the bed to set up. Then the Mexican delivery guy, one of two, goes, there is no the wrong hardware for the bed. Wrong hardware. I go, okay. I'm smiling. I go, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, you have to call service department. I go, oh, I do. And when will they be showing up today to assemble the bed? Oh, they do not work on Saturday. You call them on Tuesday, and now I go, okay.
Watch this, Jimmy.
I go, okay.
Watch this.
I go, see all the furniture you just brought in? Get it the fuck out of my house. And this is the exact words and language I use. I go, load it back on your fucking truck and leave. No sale. Done. I'm not paying for this shit. This is over. Get it the fuck out. Right now. And then I call up the furniture store, have the same conversation with whoever at the store. But they're all, this is where I said responsibility. No one's responsible. It's not the driver's fault. He just delivers. Why isn't the hardware on there? Well, it was probably the dispatcher guy that's supposed to make sure parts are in there. But he gets paperwork from some guy that it's on a sheet that's printed out. And that guy, there's some numbers that are probably similar to other part numbers that. So there's never the guy with the fucking packet of hardware that went, this was supposed to be on the truck, and I fucked up.
And why couldn't they bring it to you?
I said, where's the warehouse? They go, Jersey. I go, okay, that's not fucking Cleveland. Get some guy in a car, drive it out here. It's fucking, not even noon yet. They could have been out there by 1, assemble the fucking bed. No, they don't do it.
Why? What'd they say?
Can't do it. I didn't get an answer.
Oh,
no one has a fucking
God,
answer.
I hate them.
So that's why I said, I go, and I knew this was a strategy. This was a cut off your nose to spite your face chance like thing because it was the bedroom set I wanted. And it took a while to find, and I knew looking around is a bitch for everything. So I'm like, I'm going to have to now look for another fucking bedroom set. But this is the way I have to handle these motherfuckers now. No sale. And believe me, we're talking thousands of dollars in furniture. Goodbye. Get it back on your fucking truck and leave. And they loaded it back on, and I'm watching them load it. I'm standing. Now, here, picture this scene.
Did you tip the guys?
Not a penny.
But
I don't give a fuck.
But
no.
But
sorry.
But
guilt by association. They have to learn. Maybe next time he'll fucking make sure that the hardware's on the truck. I tip very well. I over fucking tip when people deliver
That's
shit.
why I'm asking.
Not a dime. Not only that.
Because I'd feel guilty. Oh, man, they brought it all upstairs and now I had to take it back out. I got to give them something.
They load everything back on the truck.
Yeah.
One guy gets in the passenger seat. The other guy's heading over to the driver's seat. Picture this. My huge double doors are open to the front door. They tower over me.
Your 30-foot doors?
My 30-foot high doors. I'm leaning against one as the guy's just ready to get into the truck. And I know he's just ready to get in and leave, almost closing the door. I go, hey, yeah? You going to set my fucking bed back up?
Oh, shit.
No shit. Get back in my house. They go upstairs and reset up the bed the way you fucking left it.
Good.
And they did. They had to. And he leaves. The guy was huffing when he left. He goes, have a good day. You too. If he could have peeled out in a big furniture truck, he would have. They were pissed livid. So now, a half hour later, I get a phone call. It's the head of deliveries. He's the head guy for deliveries. Tells me there was a problem. I go, oh, yeah, big problem. They didn't have the hardware. Sale is off, by the way. I don't want it. I'm getting a refund, or I'm calling up Amex, who automatically, pulls payment back. They're great with that.
Really? Okay.
Oh, if you get it fucked over by a company, call American Express. Tell them, don't pay it. They launch a full investigation. They don't pay. It's a big pain in the ass, and they do all your dirty work. It's like having leg breakers work for you, American Express. I love them. So the guy's talking to me going, look, what can we do to remedy this problem? Anything we can do. I said, I want new furniture, not the stuff that was brought up and down in and out of my house. And I want to make sure the hardware's there and it's set up on Monday. And, a little discount. And that's it.
And they said okay to all
Absolutely.
that? All your demands?
The guy gave me his personal cell phone number if anything goes wrong, and his name is Ramon, which made me laugh because if there's a problem, you're calling Jimmy. Ramon, get this grease monkey out of my house.
Bring me a Mexican with a wrench.
That's great.
And now here's the thing. The guy's like, what can we do to remedy this
Well,
problem?
let me ask you, how far into that did he find out you were on the radio? And that
Still don't know. They still don't know.
Wow.
They still don't know. I didn't want to play that card here.
It's not even about the radio.
Here's
when you
the
say
issue.
you're canceling a sale worth thousands of dollars, that they
Here's
take
the issue.
notice.
When he said, what could I do to make this right, which means what can I do to make you not cancel the sale, you know what you can do? Do what you should have done in the fucking first place. Not have 4 5-hour windows of delivery. Not have people loading trucks that are fucking that don't make sure shit is on the truck, and people that just don't care or don't take responsibility for anything. How about if you would have done this the way that you're treating me right now? Do that right from the start.
Yep.
How about that? And not because I'm in radio, because they don't know. But just because I'm a fucking angered customer that doesn't want to spend thousands of dollars and get shit on. And this isn't just this place, mind you. This is every place I've had to deal with in the past 10, 15 years with anything. It's gone downhill.
When I had my sofa delivered, they had the wrong hardware to attach the sofa, like the three pieces.
Always.
And the problem is they don't go, look, we'll get it out to you. Like, they couldn't do it that day because they had to get a special guy to come out and do it. You got to wait a week to fucking...
Right.
They don't give a
It's
fuck.
their schedule then. Then you're on their fucking schedule because they fucked up. Now, what was I supposed to do if I would have sat there and said, all right, I'll wait for the service guy and I'll call him Tuesday. So I'll sit here in a room full of
junk,
furniture that's junk. My bed's taken apart now. And what? I'll sleep on the floor? I'll sleep... No, I've gotten to the point now where this is what you have to do. People, I implore you, you ever have a problem, curse at them, tell them to get the fuck out of your house with the shit, take it away, and you will get a courteous call moments later begging you how they can fucking help. And that's the only way to handle these motherfuckers these days.
Because the warehouse is going to get a lot of shit if they fuck up and cost the company thousands of dollars.
You know what happened? They then had to load all my shit back on the truck. Now all the shit behind it, they have to deliver that. So now every time that shit's got to come, I completely, I fucked up everyone else's day.
Good.
I'm the guy that fucked up everyone else's delivery because they fucked me.
And now you understand the phone calls that were coming in during the show.
That's how, that's how it works. And the only way to deal with it is to pull the money out from under them.
Right.
Pull it right out from under them, and they will call you and beg you how they can fucking help. Beg you.
I had a problem with a lamp recently that got delivered. And the delivery guys were nice. They spent a long time trying to get, like, it's like a long fluorescent in the back, and there was something wrong. It wouldn't kick on. And the guys were great, but I called the warehouse, and the fucking warehouse, well, we'll have a guy out sometime next. I'm like, why can't you do this with a new bulb tomorrow?
Do it tomorrow. No.
What's the problem? And I finally was like, I said something nasty, and then he goes, all right, we'll have it Wednesday. And they gave it to me Wednesday. And it turns out there was nothing wrong with the light. There's just plastic on the bottom. Just pulled the plastic off and the light worked. Tee-hee.
There was the Mexican was on the two-way Motorola with the warehouse, and there was some dyke woman working dispatch, I guess, over there. And he goes, he wants me to take everything back. And she goes, really? There's no way that you can leave it there until service guy gets there? And he right when he keyed down, I went, nope, there's no fucking way. And she goes, okie doke. Like, all right. Like, ain't her problem. And then apparently later on, it became her problem.
Good.
Because Ramon called me.
Good old
Ramon. I just wanted to know why this man's furniture wasn't delivered properly. It was supposed to be there.
Fucking Ramon. All right.
They are just a bunch of pricks, and the only way to deal with them is to yell and take their fucking money away. And that's the only way they will do it. Don't back down. Don't say, okay, I'll call the service guy. Because they all act like they don't give a shit. 'Cause they don't, and they're not responsible. But believe me, down the line, the shit will hit the fan. When he comes back to the warehouse with the furniture, and the guy that loaded it now has to unload it, he goes, what's this doing? Isn't it supposed to be delivered? Oh, it didn't have the hardware. Wait a minute. Let me go to this guy. And then they keep going up a notch, one supervisor at a time. The hardware wasn't on? Who's supposed to do that? I don't. Call this guy. And then before you know it, it goes up to the top somewhere where someone could rack some head, and someone gets in trouble.
But it's never one guy. You're right. It's never like, that's Frank's department, and you call, and Frank goes, I fucked up.
I'll be out there in my car. I'll bring the hardware.
It's always someone that doesn't speak English. No one's accountable, and nobody gives a fuck.
No.
Let's go to Mike in Florida. Mike, what's up?
Hey, I have a similar story. When they delivered my furniture, it was a 3-piece sectional, and every piece of the sectional was a different color. And they told me on Monday that I could call to get a replacement sofa, and they don't know how it went wrong. But if you, I don't work in radio, but when you drop the radio bomb and say, well, I'll call every radio show and let them know about your company, they're real quick to go ahead and say, oh, well, let me get that corrected for you.
Ew, they fell for that cornball line? Like, you're going to get on the phone with 1015, talk to the Jersey guys? I have a story. My sectional was different colors. Hold on, sir, we'll patch you right through. What's the name of this company that gave you 3 wrong? No one cares. No one. I'll write my congressman. I'll write every newspaper. Yeah, fuck the Muslim riots and fuck all the death and murder. Sectional discoloration. You irate customer, I'm on the furniture store side. I hope they delivered 3 different colors next time, you fucking kvetching washwoman. Fucking hen.
Shit. All right. We're going to move on here. I got to tell you the highlight of the Hard Rock Cafe broadcast, St. Patty's Day this past Friday. Video and pictures up on opieandanthony.com.
Oh, yeah.
We might replay the show. We don't know. We got to figure that out.
We'll see.
It is available on audible.com. All our shows are available on audible.com for a fee. I understand that. But if you miss the broadcast, it's a way to make sure you're all caught up. Was Anthony. Oh! You brought the house down.
I channeled Neil Diamond.
He brought the house down.
I love a good Neil Diamond song, especially one where the audience can join right in. And this, one of the faves.
Yes, Anthony doing Sweet Caroline.
Oh, of course.
For the Hard Rock. And it was a huge sing-along. The video's great. You look like a rock star up there.
Oh, well, what
They're
can
already
I say?
photoshopping you as a rock star and stuff.
The Photoshop. A lot of great pictures for Photoshop coming in.
Yeah.
There's one guy, I can't remember his name. Than, you remember that guy's name or anything? Or the site we were looking at this morning. He had
high-res,
really good camera, and he's really good at taking pictures. There's one shot that's so... It's me... Voss and Patrice all pointing in different directions, kind of at each other. And I want someone to Photoshop guns in our hand because it looks like the end of Reservoir Dogs.
Do you have it up then?
Yeah, we'll find it.
Yeah, great pictures. This guy definitely deserves some credit.
It's hard to watch on Pal Talks. There was so much happening. I was watching when Hulk Hogan came in. It was hard to watch. It was like choppy and
everything was
very
moving.
jumpy. How did
The
Abraham
camera itself
Zapruder
was
catch a shot 44 years ago, a live-action fucking murder of a president, and someone can't Pal Talk it straight?
Yeah, you got to keep those cameras stationary.
They got to be still, and the guy was walking around the crowd.
Well, it's a new concept that is taken off with our program because even after the party, the Pal Talk cameras rolled at Looney's and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Looney's there. There were a couple of cameras set up there watching everybody eat and party.
And I guess we'll have info on our Boston broadcast soon. I think that's the next stop. But here's Anthony bringing down the house with Sweet Caroline.
Here we go, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, people. God bless you. God bless you, people. Where it began, I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. Everybody was in the spring.
Everybody.
Then spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Everybody's hands touching hands. Nice tits, lady. Reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, the times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never
the worst dressed millionaire I've ever seen.
Now I Look in the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. Lovely. And when I hurt, when hurting runs off my shoulders, how can I hurt when holding you? Everybody, how do you want to feel? Warm. Touching warm. Touch my warm cock. Reaching out. Touching those tits. Touching tits. Sweet Caroline. Good times never been so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh, no. A little musical interlude, ladies and gentlemen, for me to tell you how much I've loved being here, talking with everybody, singing to you people. It's a wonderful crowd. Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh, sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Anthony! You made the song yours.
Gotta love that. The latest from Godsmack. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program. What's in the news today, by the way? That tragic story about the Chinese swimmer.
Yeah.
What was that on the New York Thruway?
Yeah.
New York State Thruway?
On the Thruway, a woman that was driving the van with these swimmers in it has some problem with her tire and pulls over in the right lane. There's a shoulder, but she stops in the right lane and just gets plowed over by a truck.
You ever have that happen to you, by the way? I was driving home from Boston once, came around one of the turns, what was it, the Merritt Parkway, whatever it's called, and it's a windy road, and we came around a turn. Next thing you know, that there was a car stopped in the left lane.
Yep.
Like, are you fucking kidding?
People are stupid. I mean, you might understand in traffic why somebody can be stuck in the left lane or the middle lane or the right lane because all of a sudden your car died.
Right.
If you're on a highway, you're obviously moving. You're doing highway speed when your car breaks down. There's no way that kinetic energy cannot get you off the road. You're rolling. Move over. Some people just panic and freak out and roll to a stop in a straight line. Other people get into fender benders. And here's the biggest misconception ever, that if you're in a fender bender, you have to leave everything as it was, like it's some fucking murder crime scene. Get off the road.
Yep.
If you bump into somebody, you scratch fenders, you rear end somebody and buckle their trunk, if both cars are still running and movable, get the fuck off the highway. Not only for your own safety, so we can move, so we can go and not be stuck in traffic. But they think that the cops have to come with tape measures and circles with numbered signs and like it's a friggin' murder scene. Get off the road.
They're waiting for CSI.
They think they're going to be arrested. Yeah, CSI is going to show up and pull a pubic hair out with tweezers.
Because you're a stupid fender bender.
Yeah,
no one cares. The cops don't even care.
A lot of people are under the
paperwork.
impression that it's a crime to move the vehicles after you're in an accident.
Leaving the scene of an accident, you went from here to there.
To that shoulder of the... It's not. Move. And while I'm at it, left lane, get out of the way. Just like to add that in whenever is humanly possible. Left lane, look in your mirrors every so often. Could you look in your mirror right now? You're in the left lane listening. Look in your mirror. Is there someone behind you and no one in front of you? You're the guy. Get out of the way.
Yeah, they pulled over to the right lane instead of the shoulder. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe she just thought she was just dumb, but the tractor trailer just
completely
like
destroyed
the
him.
worst possible scenario
for the
can
trucker
happen.
too. You know how awful
right?
he feels right the rest of his life. He's gonna see shit.
We have a big trucker audience. We've heard them. They don't care.
They don't care.
They're probably right. They're like the furniture delivery warehouse people.
Yeah,
they're like, oh great, now I'm going to be late.
Yeah, now I'm gonna get in trouble.
How am I supposed to get this load up there? I'm going to be late, and I don't have enough crystal meth to pass the time.
Yes.
And there was also in the news.
Wait, just to finish up on this, though. So they had a flat tire. They stopped in the right lane instead of the shoulder.
Right.
Got out of the car, and the rest is history.
I'll take a look.
Front page of
Wham.
the Daily News. Dad still calls her cell phone just to hear her voice. Why would you do that to yourself?
Why torture yourself?
Why would you do that?
Torture. It's torture.
It is, but I don't know. If
That is just pure torture.
If that's the only thing you have from that person, I don't know. I don't know. That's
well, I guess people do some strange things.
It's not like a parent
when you lose a loved one. I understand that, but that's something I can't comprehend. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't want to hear the voice, but again, if I could, it's like 9/11. Even survivors, their families left the messages. You save that, man. You never, and then that was in a bad time,
right?
You don't ever delete.
But those were messages coming in. They were calling home and getting answer machines going, oh my God, I'm going to die and I'm on an answer machine. Well, I'm going to leave something anyway.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's awful. I know I'd fuck up and say something stupid, or I'd think I would.
Your last words are just lame.
Yeah, listen, I just wanted to tell you, but who spelled that? Click,
click, beep.
Awful. And then
Give me those ribs, you.
Then the boyfriend of one of the Chinese swimmers that died.
Yeah.
Goes to the meet anyway and wins.
Wins the gold.
Whatever.
You think they might have let him? Look, I'm not saying the power of his grief and everything couldn't have been, something driving
that
him.
propelled him.
You think the other swimmers might have,
said, you know what?
The guy win.
And then he stands there and watches the meet that his girlfriend would have been in. With everybody around him. Holding them and stuff. That's too much. Why would you...
People are so into sorrow. Look, I ain't into it. I don't like grief.
It's hard, though, in the moment. It's like, I can see if it's the 5th anniversary and he's still showing up at the thing looking at the empty pool. Then he's kind of a... I'm serious. But, like, if it just happens this week or whatever, it's sudden. It's not like a grandparent who's got fucking leukemia. This is like a young girl who's just gone. You talk to her and an hour later, she's nothing. She's dead. So it's like, how do you handle that? You gotta just sit there and look.
Anyway, so that's a big story.
And she was a cute little Asian girl.
Just stinks.
What?
The whole story just stinks.
They said she stinks.
No, the story. Even I wouldn't fucking make fun of that.
So, what do you have in the paper over there, Jimmy?
Besides the fact that one of the interns has his hat on backwards on a fat head. Jesus Christ. At least get a hat that fits.
Who was it?
I don't know. We bought a medium.
Oh, Bobby. No, we don't need Bobby in here. We acknowledge that you're looking for attention. Thank you. Bye. Jesus.
Oh, shit. That's right.
The interns do this to us all the time. All of a sudden, they show up in a dress. We get it. You want airtime.
Exactly.
Come on in.
Either you're Mini Pearl or you like that hat. What can we do for you, son?
Just taking people inside the show. It's my new bit.
I like it.
See, the interns, they go unnoticed for months, and all of a sudden they show up in some ridiculous thing because they're like, hello, I'm here.
Something silly.
Right.
I haven't gotten enough airtime.
Bobby does a good job for us,
He certainly does. Turn the hat around, stupid.
All right, go ahead, Jimmy.
I just don't know. I just noticed that there was a slave lesson hits home for Long Island students. There was a guy, a white professor. And I understand he's trying to teach that slavery did occur here in New York. Mm-hmm. And that's fine to bring the facts to light. Sure. But there's a picture of him, Alan Singer. His name is Alan Singer.
Ooh, what page, Jimmy?
It's on page. I don't know. It's on. Hold on,
Page
Sweet
I
Angel.
don't know.
Page I don't know. Wait.
Well, it's on the Metro section, page 2. Page 46, actually. That would be in the Daily News. So you go through 2 pages of news, 44 pages of ads, and then you'll find it on page 46.
Oh, my God. What? How did I miss this one?
I don't know. It's a white guy with his hat sideways.
I can't find it. I have Ann Landers on page.
Well, maybe you're looking in the wrong paper, you doll.
No, it's the New York Daily News.
Yeah, well, how'd you like a good hug?
Love one.
I would suggest that fans, instead of standing around thinking about a commercial agent whose throat he wants to
Oh,
cut,
the Metro section.
might want to help out Anthony.
There he
we
is.
are.
All right, there it is.
Charlie Manson-looking guy.
And he's got the shirt on his shirt. He's got the tie with the button-down collar shirt, and he's wearing like a T-shirt over it, like a vest. And on the it's a white shirt. Has the picture of a black guy in slave chains with his arms up, and it says New York City and slavery. Time to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And they said he teaches his students about slavery and how it occurred in New York, and he does it like with a little rap.
Oh, wow.
I wish to God they had more of.
Because his hat being sideways like that, too, really sets off the look.
Nothing says hip-hop better than a hat that's on
Than
sideways.
a sideways, a multicolored hat.
Singer also used rap in his efforts to engage the students.
Well, the kids. You know, it gets the kids.
Hey, like a gentleman who raps.
Yeah.
Though he admits he's an awful rapper, he dons a T-shirt and cap appropriately askew and presses on anyway. Time to learn the truth. Our local history, that Long Island was the land of slavery.
Still is in some parts of northern Nassau County.
Certainly is. Young men trying to bring furniture and being thrown out by the slave master.
Slave master.
Hey, boy, you bring that back to the warehouse.
Bring that back, and why don't you mix me up a mint julep before you leave?
When the guy showed up with his furniture, there was a time I could have had you shot for forgetting the hardware. I wish there was more of this guy's rap. I'm sure that it was really awful. I'm so annoyed they only have one line.
Well,
The land
perhaps
of slavery.
Perhaps we can find some of it.
Yeah, we'll find some.
He's got to be
Anybody
some in
has it.
there.
Hey, this trucker has a bone to pick with us. Nick the
A
trucker.
bone?
Nick?
I bet I know what
Nick
it's
Fry.
about.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, I got a fucking bone to pick with you guys.
Who do you have a bone to pick? All three of us? One of us? Two of
Yeah,
us?
all three of you. You know, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. You make me laugh fucking 99% of the time, but this shit of us truck drivers don't care if we kill somebody. That's bullshit, man. And we're not using amphetamine.
Sir.
All right, listen.
I was so serious when I said that. Oh, he just hung up.
He probably got
His
distracted.
phone,
And you're only
yeah.
mad at two of us, sir. I didn't say that.
Jimmy means it, though, in his head.
No, but I didn't say it.
You didn't say it. I
No,
said it,
I
but
said-
didn't mean it.
I
You
brought-
mean it and
This
didn't
is the
say
beauty
it.
of Jim Norton. This is the inside the parentheses.
Hey. Don't take my bit.
I'm not doing inside the parentheses.
Oh.
Speaking of bits,
That's my bit. I don't do it anymore because you took it from me.
oh, you're taking all my
bits. I finally have a bit, and you take it away from me.
You're like the black man of the
I really
40s.
XM
Returning it into
Radio
rock and roll.
is the land of bit thievery. I'm gonna have fun with this Alan Singer somehow. If I have to go to his
Regardless.
house and bite his chest.
All right. What were you
So,
getting at? The trucker
I'm the
guy?
one that said that the trucker's probably. I said how bad for that trucker
Yeah.
that he has to live with that. That he probably is going to think of that for the rest of his
You
life.
don't have to explain it. That was a classic. That was a
Of
classic.
course
That was
they
a classic
care.
phone call from a newer listener that doesn't fully get this program.
Doesn't
Because
understand.
he did the classic line, "I love you guys. You make me laugh all the time."
But now that it's
and
about
now
me-
it now
Yeah.
finally has affected me. So now let me tell you something.
And didn't he hear the way I prefaced it? I said, we've heard our trucker listeners, and I don't think they care. Because most of the truckers that call up are psychopaths.
And I'm not
They're
trying to-
lunatics.
And I have to think they're giggling at our stereotyping.
Of course.
And I'm not trying to get myself out of a good trashing by saying I'm the one that raised the point. I'm just saying, sir, that you should pay attention.
Pay attention.
I hope that you, sir, who just called, I hope you hit somebody and feel nothing. What do you think of them apples?
By the way, Donald Trump is a father again.
Is he?
Oh, that's good.
It's coming in now. That
That's great.
Melania.
Melania.
Melania, no?
Oh, Milan, why don't you say that again, Opie?
Why don't you say it?
Well, no, that's not my job. Why don't you say it, Op? Come on.
Hey, that's where that bit started 9 months ago
Yeah,
when she
it
was
was.
pregnant.
Oh, no, when they got married.
Oh, is it when they got married?
Yep.
All right, well,
Melania douche.
It's a good name to say if you're Michael Corleone with your jaw shut. That's Melania Knowles.
She had a bouncing baby boy.
Aw.
Time to move on.
She's a pretty girl. I wouldn't mind giving her a smooch. Am I right or wrong?
All right.
Who just brought me something?
Why? What's the problem?
I don't know.
What do you have?
I hate these cups. Can we have fucking bottled water in the radio station? These cups smell. Ew.
We had to buy them from the deli because we ran out of cups.
I know, but why don't we have somebody who does fucking bottled water duty and keeps us quenched? Christ's sake, these cups smell.
You know what I have now?
Hold on, Tim. We'll get to you in a second. Yes.
I have
fucking stinks.
Perrier gets delivered 10 cases a month to my house.
Jesus, how thirsty are you, diabetes?
I'm very thirsty. It's not sugar, it's water.
What, do you swim in it?
I fill up the bathtub with it and frolic.
I don't like. Seltzered water makes me have to piss more. The bottle, the fizzy stuff.
It's good. It clears you out.
No, it's not piss.
Water's great for you.
Get flat water.
Yeah.
Flat water.
No.
Seltzer.
Why not the bubbles?
I don't know.
Bubbles are good.
Living in a $23 million house, kicking his foot up on the gold TV set.
Water from the tap. That's what I say.
Of course it is.
Let's go to Tim in Boston.
Bubbles.
Tim.
Hey guys, what's up? Hey, I was just saying if you guys heard about that car accident up here in Boston about the person hit the moose. Some dude, I think it was a girl actually. hit
Oh
a
my
moose.
God, I know what you're talking about. I think it was in yesterday's paper or Saturday's paper. Some girl on the highway outside Leominster.
I have no idea really.
I'm
what
trying
it
to be
was.
local for the people in that area.
Story.
Uh,
Yeah, and the moose. I don't know how it happened, but the
Crashes
kinetic energy or whatever.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
It blasted the moose, and the moose ends up sitting in the passenger seat with its head out of the windshield,
You guys-
looking around, and it couldn't move, and they had to kill it because they couldn't. Get
You
him out
got to
of it.
see this picture. It's one of the greatest
Really?
pictures you'll ever
The
see.
video is even as funny because
Woman crashes into moose, goes through the right through the windshield and all that, and exactly what he said. The moose is sitting in the passenger seat with the head sticking out
Wow.
of the windshield, like that's how they were driving the whole time.
Do you know how much she must? Do you know? I've yelled in my life, but do you know how much you scream when 1 minute you're listening to the radio and the next minute a moose is sitting next to you
with his head through the windshield?
Imagine,
You would have to
imagine
have a
if
heart
there was
attack.
someone
Yeah.
with him.
especially if you got a
There
ticket
was
for not having a
someone
belt
sitting
on.
If we can find the picture, I meant to bring it in. We should have scanned it for the website.
Someone
it's
has
unbelievable. And then they had a crane to try to get the moose out of the vehicle, and unfortunately, it had a broken hip or something. They had a
You kidding?
they had to do that euthanization.
Euthanasia.
And then they have to shoot the moose in your car.
Oh.
You have to kill a moose in your car and then drag its carcass back through the windshield.
That's going to really hurt the resale
And you know it's
value.
shit. You know the moose shit all over
Shit
the
all
car.
over before he died.
Hey, we got the papers from the weekend in the office. We might have it in there. Oh, okay.
Fucking poor moose is walking along. Next thing you know, you're sitting next to a screaming fat lady in Boston.
It's one of
Hey,
the
Rook, nothing up my sleeve. Where's the rest of this moose?
right,
We must
take
have
care.
hated
All right.
that moose. Why don't you forget the moose, Arthur?
We'll find the picture. We'll throw it up on OpieAnthony.com. BW,
What's up, man?
what's up?
Man, that trucker that called talking smack, he just talking that old dumb shit. We truckers out here, we know what y'all talking about.
All right, you get it.
Y'all like us?
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Pumpkin.
So you're not going to win us over by saying I laugh every day usually, but so just say but we're gone because we can't be bothered by that shit.
Yes.
Every time we make fun of something, it's affecting somebody out there.
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing.
He's busy.
But he had something else you want to. A couple of people have a problem with something you said. I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. I have no idea now.
Maybe it's furniture people who are mad that you think they don't give a hoot.
Could be.
Maybe. Yeah. See, and now we lost the furniture people today.
Only the irresponsible
They were
ones
probably
that don't give a hoot.
huge fans until you told that story, Anthony. Now
Yeah,
we
they
lost the
were.
furniture people.
All the Mexicans listening on their stolen XMs.
That is a problem when you do a radio show like this. Every day we're pissing off someone that used to
someone
be a huge
gets
fan.
annoyed.
Kent, the movie guy.
Hey, what's going on, boys? I was wondering if you heard about Tom Cruise and what he's doing to South Park.
I heard he had the episode yanked.
Yeah, he basically he said, I won't do promotion for Mission Impossible 3
until you guys yank that episode Trapped in the Closet off the airwaves.
Here's the problem with these big corporations.
Thank you. I was telling Jimmy in the
everything.
Well, I was telling Jimmy in the bathroom. This is the real censorship that happens in America.
Yep.
Everyone goes after the FCC like stupid Howard stuff. FCC this, FCC that. It's there's a bigger problem that people don't address.
The corporations that own the companies. Now you might say, what the fuck does Tom Cruise doing promotion for Mission Impossible 3? What could that possibly have to do with South Park? Well, Viacom. Viacom owns Comedy Central. Viacom owns Paramount Pictures.
MTV, VH1,
MTV,
The
VH1.
Insider, I hear.
All that
CBS.
stuff. Yeah.
CBS
well,
in general.
It's spun off, but yeah, they spun off. The
there's
CBS
still
thing.
a slight connection there somehow, some way.
But he won't do promotion for the movie if they don't pull that episode. So now Tom Cruise has the power to censor Comedy Central. Well, hey, that's what we're all fucking gunning for. Tom Cruise's fucking morality.
Wait a minute now. Is it a Paramount film?
Yeah,
Mission Impossible 3 is a Paramount film.
Forget. Yeah, he's got it. He's got them.
Got him by the balls.
Comedy Central. We dealt with a lot of crap with them, and in fairness to them and Herzog and all them, a lot of it does come from over their heads. Ever since fucking Viacom bought the whole thing, they were slaves to every special agent. And how can Tom Cruise have any effect on anything that is said, especially in humor when they shit on everybody? Fuck the Scientologists, man. I'm serious. Isaac Hayes fucking backs out. Tom Cruise wants it censored. Everybody else can get shit on, but you fuckers?
Yep. And this has nothing to do, people, nothing to do with the FCC. This isn't an issue where something illegal, as far as the FCC's broadcast standards, have been breached by the people at South Park. It is Tom Cruise putting his morality on you. He doesn't want you seeing this, so you won't see it.
And you want to be seen as a legitimate religion? Well, how about Catholicism and Judaism? All the fucking dirty laundry that's aired about them and all the things that are written about them. What they're not having, I mean, they want to have it censored, but they have to take it. Scientology, you want to be seen as a religion? Fucking act like a religion and take it like everybody else does.
Who's this guy that he can now dictate what we see? We're being censored by Tom Cruise. We're not allowed to see something because Tom Cruise has said we can't see it. Who the fuck is he?
I don't even fault him as much as I fault him for being a baby.
Company.
Fucking company. Have some
company.
fucking balls. You're Viacom.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him, how about this? You don't promote, we'll sue your ass because contractually you are bound to promote.
There you go. But they'll kiss his fucking ass.
Is it a favor to promote a movie? I'm pretty sure when you sign on, promotion is part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically he's a douche, and I will refuse to see it.
Good.
I don't care how
This'll
good
hurt
of
him.
reviews they say.
I will see it like I see all my movies, burned illegally and watched in my own home.
Absolutely. I say who rip off Tom Cruise.
Shit on everybody, but not them. Don't shit on anybody who's involved in Scientology or there's going to be a problem. Because apparently the laws of satire don't apply to you guys.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody else they apply to, but not you.
I am begging people out there to just illegally download Mission Impossible 3, burn it, and give it to your friends. If there's one movie you must bootleg this season, make it Mission Impossible 3.
Hey, speaking of...
Oh, don't say that. They might sue you. Don't say that in satire and humor.
Fuck them. It's not satire. Do it.
Exactly.
Speaking of,
man said that.
Speaking of burning things...
Good point, Dan.
Speaking of burning things illegally, I was listening to Ethel over the weekend.
Yes.
And they had a hilarious song about downloading illegal music and burning...
Really?
I think even burning movies and stuff. If someone could help me with the title, it's a new artist, but the song was pretty funny. I'd like to give it a spin today.
Sure.
As we're talking about this right now. Maybe on the Instant Feedback or Pal Talk or whatever, if you were listening to Ethel, it's a new artist talking about, burning stuff illegally and how we're just making things fair because, the record companies got away with murder for many, many years, so we're just kind of balancing it out right now. It was done tongue-in-cheek. It's kind of a fun, silly song.
I've had enough of Tom Cruise.
Ken, are you done?
Self-righteous.
Just going to say, go see V for Vendetta if you're bored with movies. That's pretty much it.
I don't want to. That mask scares me.
It's scary.
V stands for a lot of things, sir.
Yes.
All right.
Just a mask of Guy Fawkes.
Vagina.
All right, thange you. Let's go to George in Colorado. George.
Hey, boys.
Hey, George.
The audio you guys put up last week of Isaac Hayes when he was on the show, one of the local AM stations here last Friday night was talking about Isaac Hayes. I called him, told him about the audio. They downloaded it. They played it. Between your site and Foundry, probably got an extra 400 to 500 hits because people were calling up wanting to know where to find that audio.
500.
Yeah, we got some audio of
Wow.
Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, I realized
he had no
that 400 to
problem with the
500.
episode, and well, then he was in the paper recently saying, yeah, that's the reason he quit South Park. We got audio
Yeah,
where
they-
he's contradicting himself.
He got pressured. I think they're bullies over there. I really do. And I think that they're very influential in Hollywood and everywhere else, and they fucking just muscle anything they
Oh, my
don't
God.
like.
He
No.
wants to talk. Go ahead, George.
Go ahead, George, because what you have to say is so much
Go
more
ahead,
important,
George.
So we'll all shut
You
the fuck
get
up.
your point across.
Go ahead and finish. I'm apologizing.
No, we can't finish because every time someone gets like right to the end, you try to jump in over them.
We can't finish because we
I'm
forgot what we were going to
sorry.
say.
Yeah, but what were you going to say?
Because it's so great.
They played the audio of Isaac Hayes in his recent interview. Then they
said that already.
Afterwards.
You did say that already. What do you have that's new, like about the Isaac Hayes thing?
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
Attaboy.
He punched out.
This guy has been waiting all morning.
Oh.
Chris, when did you start calling the program? Right at 7, right?
Oh, from Brooklyn, yeah, around 7.
All right, so he's been trying to get on the show for 3 hours, Anthony. This is a question for Anthony. This
Oh,
is
one
this
for
has got to
me.
probably be the best phone call of the day because we hung up on him 3 or 4 times.
Holy Christ, thanks for the pressure, Rope.
We rebooted the phone system. Mars came in, rebooted. At one point, I saw that you were on hold for over an hour, by the way, so congratulations on that.
You know what? I
You
didn't
finally
feel
got
it.
through 3 hours later. It's got to be important.
Opie, he's got to ask me something.
What didn't you do because you had to hang out for 3 hours today?
Well, no, this is a perfect segue. The reason why I didn't even feel like I was on hold is because I'm playing this new video game.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Called City of Heroes.
Yes.
Now, I thought of Anthony because I know he plays a lot of the online games.
Uh-huh.
And I never did this type of thing before. I just bought this thing on Friday. My ass has been in this seat since Friday.
And I'm not a big fan of City of Heroes. A lot of people are.
What's the game about? Bring us all into this discussion here, Anthony.
What you do is you get on, you create a character, you enter it into this online world where other people all over the world have made their own characters, and you interact with them in various scenarios and settings. This one happens to be you're a superhero type character, so you get to choose your powers and weaknesses and body type and abilities, things like that. And I didn't really get hooked on this one, but I could see how somebody, especially somebody new to the genre, would
Oh,
just
my
get
God.
completely engrossed. Hours on the game, my friend.
It's ridiculous. And you know what's funny is that the whole week I've been listening to the worst of while playing the game. And you guys have been talking about EverQuest and everything. I mean, look at me. I turn into one of those friggin' losers who got no life playing this goddamn video game.
See, you didn't know it would grab you.
And what's so great about the game that's got you hooked already?
Well, you know what it is I never, I usually play usual video games, shoot 'em up, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But to be online with a whole bunch of other people and you actually see what they're doing, it's just hysterical. Like there was this one guy, he went into this forest to go fight this guy, and 2 minutes later he's running out with all these fucking wizards following him, shooting his ass. And it was like you could hear the Benny Hill theme in the background. He did this like 4 or 5 times in a row. He kept running away and coming back. And it's just, I don't know. It was just the genre, the way it's played. It just totally hooked me.
Yeah, it
And-
hooks you in by trying to level up and things like that. There's always some goal to achieve.
You know who's behind all these video games, don't you? The government. This is their way of controlling us.
Keeps
And
us
it was
occupied.
funny 'cause all the stuff you were saying on Worst of like, I have to get to level 16. And tonight, and I'm saying the same shit. I'm like, oh my god, I've become one of these friggin' video game zombies. I looked in the mirror, it's like my eyes look like friggin' Marty Feldman after a bender. I have like no ass left. It's just ridiculous.
Wait, your eyes look like
reference.
Your eyes look like what?
I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast. My eyes look like Marty Feldman after a bender.
Wait, who? You keep tripping over that name.
Marty Feldman.
Who was?
Oh man.
Do they? Do they?
No, I told you guys once before, and I tried to stay away from funny analogies and little asides.
Yeah, we hear ya.
Goddamn FX,
Your eyes may look like Marty Feldman, but that joke looks like Harry Chapin.
Hey,
well, I hope you
Jimmy, I love
enjoy
you,
the
guys.
game.
I'm glad you killed in down south there, babe.
What about me?
My
Opie,
my game pick though, my game pick comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Oh, Oh, that's right.
Coming out tomorrow.
They're saying it's going to be a...
Looks like kind of a
A
Grand
hit.
Theft... Yeah.
Well, you know.
Looks like kind of a Grand Theft Auto type thing, but set in the Godfather movie. And I think they got some voiceover.
Yeah, they got a few times from when I read it.
Marlon.
From Marlon before he dropped dead.
Yeah, they got voices from Marlon.
And James Caan, I think, did a little too.
Yeah. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
You did all right,
Yeah,
man.
Why not? I got a mic in front of me. It's got to be true.
We really thought you were going to bomb, but you did all right, Chris.
I did what I could.
We got to compliment a little more.
Well, I love you guys. You guys are great. I'm telling you, you kept me going the whole weekend, keep me company playing this goddamn game.
Go get him. Level up, my friend.
All right, man. And Opie, stop picking on people in diners, please.
Oh, the ketchup incident. I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't dump the
No,
ketchup on
it's
his
better
head.
you Cheer up. You're doing good.
Fucking, you were
Look at
grown,
Jimmy.
man.
Look at Jimmy.
I'm sorry, I didn't put Jimmy's on him. What the fuck's the matter with you? You handled it, you argued, it was done. I should have held him down and killed him and raped him with the bottle. You did it, you had to
I'm
do
playing
it.
right into Jimmy's paranoia. He just knows we're just one incident away from blowing this whole thing
course
up.
we are.
Whether it's on the radio, in our personal lives, it's just...
I have a mortgage.
Fucking Hugh sitting there in his chair making us, well, you know, we hired them. It was just, I see it already.
no.
Believe me.
Hey, this South Park thing is really funny. Matt and Trey
Somehow you'll dump ketchup on someone and I'll lose my house.
Yeah, well, Matt and Trey, we love these guys. We really do. How they're handling this thing is very funny. You want to read that in? Because there's big words that I'll fuck up.
South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone have all but declared war on the Church of Scientology following member Tom Cruise's successful move to have the episode Trapped in the Closet pulled from U.S. screens.
Screens?
Screens. Yeah, from TV screens, right?
Maybe this is done...
Is that one of the big words?
Maybe this is overseas.
Well, wouldn't it just be pulled from TV?
TV.
No, this is UK.
Oh, is it?
Of course it is. You can
Pulled
see.
from the telly?
Yeah.
No, pulled from U.S. screens.
Yes.
Right, U.S. screens, which would be... Look at the other links, you sweet angel. UK it, retirement specialists.
The
Teeth and why we hate them. .net. Wow.
The show's creators...
I like that last one. Wait, can you have that last one for me again? Wait. Teeth. Wait, no.
All right.
The last teeth and why we hate them. .net.
All right, well.
Oh, dear Lord.
Dear Lord is my favorite. We got the pictures of the moose sitting nice.
The
in
moose
passenger
looks
seat.
ridiculous.
It really does.
What an ass this moose looks like.
It's like, what goes through the moose's head? What happened? What happened?
Both his
What
feet,
happened?
windshield.
What happened?
All right, Anthony, go ahead there.
What a goose this moose looks like.
Look
Look
at it.
looking at him. He's got a light in his face. All he wanted to do was eat a berry. Next thing you know, he's fucking in a Fiat. His fucking asshole bleeding.
That I feel bad for the poor little moose. Look at him.
Yeah, I feel bad for her, too. She's on her way to work.
That is a big moose.
Probably a jealous husband. You fucked the moose.
You fucked him. A moose suck your cuck?
Did Salvi fuck the moose? Kill Vicky, killed the moose, kill me.
All right.
All right, here we go. The show's creators to declare to Variety, so, Scientology, you may have won this battle, but the multi-million-year war for Earth has just begun. Temporarily anazinizing our episode will not stop us from keeping Thetans forever trapped in your pitiful man bodies. Curse and drat, you have obstructed us for now, but your feeble bid to save humanity will fail. Hail Zenu. They're totally picking on all of their religious icons.
Yeah. I don't know why other places haven't picked up our audio. It's been played a few times, but we got gold, and we sent it out to the media. Scientologist Hayes said, there's a place in this world for satire, but there's a time when satire ends and intolerance and bigotry towards religious beliefs begins.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what he said recently, but do we have the clip of Isaac Hayes again? It's unbelievable. Yeah. We have it on a disc somewhere. Stone responded, in 10 years and over 150 episodes of South Park, Isaac never had a problem with the show making fun of Christians, Muslims, Mormons, or Jews. He got a sudden case of religious sensitivity when it was his religion featured on the show.
It's such hypocrisy and self-important bullshit, Tom Cruise. I really hope this this hurts his career.
Dude, nothing
I
hurts
hope
his
it
career.
hurts. I know. The guy's impenetrable.
Fucking stupid,
He's a-
jumping up and down on the couch, the psychological rants.
Yep.
Just shut up already.
Teflon faggot.
He's got. Just imagine the power he's got in Hollywood because they all have stories on him and they're all too scared.
They're
to
all
go
scared
with it.
shit of this guy.
Well, dude, and he's he's one of the biggest box office draws ever.
Yeah.
All
well,
he's got to do. Imagine
so
if,
was Burt Reynolds.
Imagine if I said I wouldn't promote somewhere. They'd say yes, you will, and they'd smack my fat
Go.
face.
All right, so once again, for the last time, Scientologist Hayes, this was said very recently. There's a place in this world for satire, but there is a time when satire ends and intolerance and bigotry towards religious beliefs begins. Well, this is what he said on our show a couple months back.
Hey, my question's for Isaac Hayes.
Yo.
Hey,
Oh.
what did you think? You're a Scientologist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you think about when Matt and Trey did that episode on South Park about Scientology?
Well,
With Cruz in the closet.
Well,
Yeah, that was a great episode.
One
They
thing
reran
about
it, I think, last week, too.
Yeah, one thing about Matt and Trey, they lampoon everybody.
Mhm.
And if you take that shit serious, then I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge for $2.
Did Matt and Trey
you
get
gotta
that?
realize what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I'm sorry. Did Matt and Trey get that audio? Has that been sent to them?
We send it around to pretty much everywhere. We got our people
Send it
on
right to them.
Well, send it to
I'm
them,
a little
man.
ammo.
Can they?
Well, Matt and Trey, if you take that shit serious, I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge for $2.
You take that shit seriously, I'll sell you a moose in a passenger seat. How silly does that moose look?
That is a silly-looking moose.
You know, Did somebody tell the moose, the car it doesn't fit you, Mr. Moose?
Look at Jimmy.
The moose has too many friends that are afraid. That's like Tom Cruise. They're too afraid to tell him, you look like a silly goose, Mr. Moose.
Mr. Moose. Wouldn't it be fun to hit the washer and watch him go, like shake his little moose head? Like the last thing that could possibly annoy him is a little jet of water in his face.
I would hate to have that moose in my car because he puts right through the windshield. If it rains, it's going to get all over the place. And plus, the moose probably goes duty all over the seat.
And you have a wet moose
Do you
at
know
the
how
end of the whole
scared
thing.
the moose must have been
I
right
just
there?
hope that the car was still driving and someone actually saw this taking place before she finally slowed down.
I would find the nearest toll booth.
Right.
They shot Mr. Moose in the causeway. He's dead.
Look how they massacred my moose.
I hope one guy, as this moose drove by, was a little high.
Yeah.
I hope there was one a little high person that went right to an NA meeting because he saw a moose in the vehicle.
You know, you don't even have to be a little high. I hope it was just a carload of people completely sober, but only one guy saw it pass them and had to tell his friends what he saw, and no one believes him. No, I did. There was a moose in the
Shut up,
passenger
stupid.
seat,
Shut
and his
up.
face was hanging out the windshield. I swear to you.
That's mean. It was probably just a boy with Down syndrome. No, I'm telling you, it was like Dino. He looks like Dino.
Yes. It looks like Dino and Fred's car.
I feel horrible for the moose because he's like his moose arms are all jammed up.
They're folded under himself. He can't even open the glove box.
Poor fucking moose. He's probably so scared and in pain and in shock.
Yeah.
But look, it's an accident. So I mean, if I were her, I would have jerked off on the moose's head. That's what I would have done if I showed up. I just would have, because no one in recorded history has ever jerked off onto the face of a moose as it sat in the passenger seat of a car. No one.
Now, Jimmy, we have to research that.
I'll bet you somebody's raped a moose. I'll bet you some farmer
Yeah.
in Canada, of course, climbed up and fucked a moose.
After he
no
hit it?
one's ever jerked off on the face of a moose while it just sat there and took it.
All right, let's say hi to Canada. Spencer.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Well, we're better than a moose.
Well, yeah, no doubt. I saw the picture too.
No, dude.
Is there video of this?
No.
Sorry, what's
that?
Gotta be.
There's even a better picture in the paper over the weekend.
Are those
that we-
photographs? That looks like video.
That looks
audio.
like video.
That's video from probably. Oh yeah, you're
News,
okay. Yeah, it was
Local
local
6.
news. You're right.
Let's get some video of that poor blinking animal. I know it's going to be very sad /
Very sad.
hilarious.
All right, Canada, what do you got, man?
No, I was just calling about those online games that Anthony plays.
Yes.
I play one called Lineage 2. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
Yeah, I heard of that
kinda
one.
big,
Never
but-
played it.
It's a pretty good game. Anyway, there was actually a guy about a year ago that died from playing it too long. Something
boot.
blew up in his head or whatever.
How long
and
ago?
They had to put a year and a half ago probably.
Some guy in Korea also, I think. one of those
Yeah, it was
Southeast
in
Asian nations. The guy was just sitting there, a big fat mess, and he played until he dropped dead. He didn't eat or drink anything. He just sat there and played for 3 days straight and just dropped dead.
You know what? Good.
Exactly.
Good.
What if you do that? If you die that way, what do you have to? What could you possibly have done that we would have benefited from?
I like seeing him just like kind of
I think you had a
fall
lot
over.
more problems than just playing that damn game.
If he falls over and dies, and then how long will his character just stand there, not moving? Because like his character would just like stand there, looking around, waiting to move. Nothing.
He probably has a
Just
bunch of
sits
aggro
there.
mobs come up and kill him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, and then it's all those Chinese farmers, right? Because that's their
How
job.
weird would that be, Anthony? So your
money on
character's
there
just
and then sell
frozen?
it.
Yeah.
Game's still going on.
Game's still on.
And then just someone from another country kills you on the
Yeah.
online version, and all he thinks is, well, that was a little too easy.
Why is that guy just standing there?
And then goes, that's weird, and then just moves on.
Moves on, doesn't know that the guy's just dropped dead right there. He just killed the guy the guy that's dropped dead.
Meanwhile, you're face down in a bag of chips. Fucking, you're starting to smell up the apartment.
All right.
Also, I don't know.
No, also. No, also.
You get one comment,
give him
Canada.
the also. He's from another nation.
Hold on, this one's funny. This one's funny.
All right.
Oh, no. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on. Spencer says this is funny.
We have a funny thing coming up.
You have to
Pull
hold.
over, folks. Just not in the right lane.
Hold on there. Than, are you ready for the funny?
Right afterwards.
Bring on the funny.
Everyone, hold on, sir. Sir, hold on. Sit down and put on your laughing hats.
Find my funny.
Hold on.
I
Ant
got
is looking
my
for
funny.
his laughing hat.
God damn it!
I have a moose sitting anxiously awaiting a laugh.
Where
All
are
right,
the
you're waiting?
laughs,
You ready?
Dan? What?
Dan, find them before someone gets slapped.
Okay,
Where are the
on World
funny?
of Warcraft, there is a guy that.
Shut up, Wade!
Wait, sir. Sir, for the love of God, hold the joke.
All right, I'll hold it.
Hold the joke. We're looking for our funny
Where's
bones.
one?
There
Get
you
Jimmy
go.
to put on a seatbelt.
All right, here we go. Spencer with the funny.
Okay, on World of Warcraft, I don't know if you heard that one as well.
Yeah.
There is a guy that died in real life as well, so they had a real life.
Dude,
sorry.
I did not hear it. I was looking
Sorry.
at the moose photos in color. Say it again.
No, not quite done.
What?
Anyway, they had a guy that they had an in-game funeral for him. So they had a bunch of other clans that came up. Whole funeral party.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Yeah.
You guys are all laughing still.
Oh, what? What was the punchline?
What happened?
What happened then?
What happened?
Anyway, a bunch of other clans came up and they PK'd the whole.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
God damn, that's funny, dude.
All right, that. So where's the card? Flash ads for luck.
I actually was laughing.
Oh, no.
You see the video for it. I just said it to you.
No,
guys.
Spencer.
Not
You
you.
hoping idiot. He wasn't laughing at you. We're done with you. He's laughing about something else. This can only mean one thing. Jimmy Norton's reading the comics, everybody.
Oh, Jimmy. Now I got to get a copy here of the.
Yeah, what
Where the Daily News?
all right, Daily News Comics.
Oh my God. Sounds like a good one.
Gotta love the comics.
Oh, my head hurts.
Gotta love the comics. You can only find them.
All
Where
right.
the hell are they these days?
Page 47.
There it is. You just passed it.
No, that's...
Now pull out the yeah.
Oh, look how easy that is.
All right. Which one are you looking at, Jimmy? Beetle Bailey. One of the classics.
In this one, it's only two panels, thank God. The cook is talking to Sarge, right? And the cook's...
Wait, the cook is talking to Sarge, I think you said, right?
And the cook's looking over his shoulder, and the cook goes, how long will he be on guard duty? And Sarge goes, till 3 a.m. And the next panel, it has Beetle Bailey drinking a cup of coffee. And the cook goes to Sarge, I'll get him a few more cups of coffee. Wait. Beetle Bailey has 7 cups of coffee in front of him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And he's holding a cup. I'll give him a few more cups of coffee because he's on guard duty. He's going to fall asleep. How do people get any work done? That when they're reading the funnies.
That's why they're called the funnies.
Oh, my head, I'm like...
You know, they would be called the not funny if they weren't funny.
Oh, thank God Marmaduke's not in this one.
No?
Oh, my God, maybe he is. Yes, he is. Oh, this is a
Maybe
good
don't
one.
look at it.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
You're going to lose it.
Look,
right.
This is a really funny one. This is Marmaduke, and the caption reads...
Well, what's going on in the cartoon?
Well, I don't want to say because I want to read the caption first.
Right.
It says...
Don't want to spoil it, obviously.
It says, he loves that new car smell. And Marmaduke's head is poking through the windshield. And he's just shit all over a passenger seat because he's been hit in northern Boston somewhere.
Who saw that coming?
And there's a lady, and she's standing there with her hands on her hips, and she has shit in her socks. And she's angry at Marmaduke.
Marmaduke.
He loves that new car smell. Does he?
Holy crap. Why don't we, I don't know. Why don't we do something?
Jesus, look at the Flying McCoys. There's a new one called the Flying McCoys.
I hate new comics.
And I almost
The
said
old
something
ones.
really offensive.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we take a break? Man severs,
I got to take a leak.
Man severs his own penis and then throws it at officers.
Ooh.
Hot.
It's in the I'll Show You section.
When we get back.
Holy shit.
What happened?
Happy Typing Girl is topless.
No, she's not.
She is topless.
No, she's not.
I just want to watch all those dummies in the room switch to her cam.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
I don't think she's ever topless. Not even when she showers, she was a top.
Hey, we're getting a good question off the instant feedback. Jimmy was in Atlanta being a star, a stand-up star. Oh, by the way, I went and saw Louis C.K. at Caroline's over the weekend. Caroline's, the greatest comedy club.
Amazing.
There's only 2 clubs I go to in New York now. Caroline's and, of course, The Cellar.
Caroline's, what you call a class joint.
Comedy Cellar and Caroline's. They take care of us.
Mm-hmm.
They have no problem taking care of us. And
They're at the crossroads of the world, by the way.
Louis C.K., obviously, he's got the HBO show with Jimmy Norton and stuff. Oh, my God. First time I've ever seen him do stand-up. The fucking guy's hilarious.
Yeah, it's great.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
so
is HBO special.
I won't do it justice. I'm not even going to attempt to do any of his material, but freaking hilarious.
Give us a little.
No, I ain't.
Come on, now, give us a
I ain't
little.
playing into your trap. I don't feel like it today. And then I talked to him like for 20 minutes afterwards, and Jimmy's not going to say it, so I will. Louis C.K. saying Jimmy is one of the best actors you'll see. Even though he makes believe he thinks he stinks.
Who's
He's
saying Louis is a
unbelievable.
lying sack of shit?
Yes.
And,
Louis fibs.
And he tells the story how Jimmy was supposed to be in a few episodes here and there, and he made, I think, every single one, right?
All 13, yeah.
All 13, but he was supposed to be like, you do this scene, and then maybe you'll do a scene in a couple of episodes
Like
later.
a little character called Kramer, perhaps.
Right. He says he's so good that they had to write him into more stuff, and that he's in all 13 episodes. The freaking studio audience were just completely losing it every time he was on screen or whatever, or on set.
Yes, but that was my attempts at acting. They would all
and
laugh.
and what they were losing was their lunch.
Oh,
Well,
stop
you know,
it, Ant. They weren't losing that.
And it's going to be on HBO after Entourage in June. That's just an unbelievable spot to
Yeah.
debut a new show for HBO.
Yeah, we're very happy, man.
So sometime in June, right?
Yeah. Him chasing those Henson puppets out. I did tell you that.
I don't think you told us on air.
That fucking, it made me laugh so hard. I did my shows in Aspen with Louis to promote the show. We did 2 just Norton Louis shows, and then we did one. It was the Fuck You Aspen show. I didn't tell that story.
No.
Where it was the late night naughty show, and Louis was gonna host it, and I was one of the acts on it. And I was supposed to close it, but then they said Chappelle might stop by, so I'm like, I'm gonna go on earlier because I had to fly the next morning to come home so I could be Sabbath. So we're doing the show, and before the show, there's these Henson puppets, where they're guys, they hold these giant foam things over their head, and there's 5 people to operate 2 puppets. The one guy will hold it on his head, and the arm, there's a woman that has, she's standing right behind him, and she has her arm up to operate the puppet arm, almost like she's wearing it like a sleeve. So picture 5 people holding shit over their heads, moving these giant foam, awful puppets. And they wanted Louis to interact with it at first, and Louis was like, I'm not doing that. That's fucking terrible.
Ooh.
And he was he had a drink. And they're outside before our show starts doing their thing in the audience. The crowd's kind of laughing, and we're backstage watching on a monitor, and me and him are just going, how much it stinks. And he goes, I should just go out there and interrupt this. And I'm like, fucking please go out there and do that. I never thought he'd do it. I'm like, dude, please just go out there and fucking shit on them. And he just goes, you know what? Fuck this. He walks out onto the stage unannounced, grabs the mic and says to them, all right, look, get the fuck out of here. Go. You're not a fucking pig. You're just a guy holding a pig over your head. What's the matter with you? He fucking shreds these people. But it wasn't, to me, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. The audience hated him for it because they were enjoying these puppets.
Yeah.
And he's screaming at them to fucking get out. And they're trying to play along like it's part of the thing. And he goes, I'm not talking to you. You're not a pig. You're just a fucking guy holding a pig over your head. What's the matter with you? And then they leave, and he says something about the unfunny crap you just did. It was fucking beautiful. What a blow for all stand-ups to chase those faggoty puppets out of the fucking stand-up arena.
That's great.
It made me so... I've never been that happy even watching myself get blown. It was not as satisfying as seeing those dumb puppets leave.
His comedy was unbelievable.
It was hilarious.
He was great. And I want to thank Greg Charles and the rest of the gang at Caroline's for treating me so well every time I'm
good
there.
care of you.
Unbelievable. They're just stand-up guys at Caroline's. Here's the Moose story, by the way. We got the audio of the news story.
A woman from the central Massachusetts town of Sterling is lucky to be alive tonight after a head-on collision with a moose. This was in Leominster last night. The moose wound up in the front seat of her car. For more on this story, we join Jim Boyd live in Sterling.
Well, Natalie, I'm not far from that incredible scene that happened last night in Leominster, and I talked to a couple of people who were there. They say they would not have believed what they saw if they hadn't seen it with their own eyes. But there were pictures, and they certainly tell the story.
Just sort of disbelief, shock almost. Everybody that was at the scene was like screaming, thinking this moose is sitting in the front seat of this lady's car. It was pretty astounding.
Lonnie Delacchia heard the call for a moose against car on his scanner, so he grabbed his home video camera and headed to the scene.
So we thought we'd just take a quick run and we thought we'd see a moose on the road, but we saw something different.
And there it was, a 500-pound moose in the passenger seat of Julie McDowell's Mercury sedan. She had hit the moose, and somehow it went through the windshield and landed upright in the passenger seat. Tow truck driver Robert Condon was also on the scene.
I was surprised to see the moose was still alive, and I just wanted to get it out as safely as possible.
Condon helped to extract the moose from the car once firefighters had cut the roof off. But the moose had been seriously injured in the crash. It had to be put down. The driver, Julie McDowell, suffered only a few scrapes and bruises and was sent home after a brief visit to the hospital. Now, a relative tells me that Julie's main concern seemed to be the glasses that were broken during that incident, and she had to go out today and have them replaced. But surely she has a story to tell, when certainly she will certainly one that she will not soon forget.
Great.
Reporting live in Sterling, I'm Jim Boyd, News Center 5.
I hit a moose and my glasses broke.
I can't see, goddammit.
What a self-centered twat.
Really?
That's what you worry about?
My glasses. Poor Moose.
That shitty driving. You probably didn't have your glasses on. You kill this regal animal, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, that's what we deal with in this world, though. Everyone thinks they're the most important person alive.
And the father actually was interviewed in Boston. He said he saw the video. He just said, "Thank God it's not a Negro in the passenger seat with my daughter."
That's
Hey.
Massachusetts.
It certainly is.
You think that's the best story of the day?
I would think, yeah.
We could do a little cute vote.
Yeah?
Could do a little radio bit.
What you got?
Man severs own penis, throws it at officers.
And it landed in the cop
Passenger
car, passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Before cops threw the book at him, Jacob Fick threw something unusual at them. His penis. Fick, 33, cut off his own penis during a Northwest Side rampage Wednesday morning.
Why?
When confronted by police, Fick hurled several knives and his severed organ at the officers, police said.
That's anger.
Officers stunned him with a taser and took him into custody.
Your cock is cut off and they tase you.
The beautiful thing is this. He obviously had one more knife to throw. He made a conscious decision. I need two things to throw. I have a cock and a knife. The cock has to go first. Otherwise, I have nothing to cut it off with.
Doctors at Northwestern Memorial Hospital reattached Fick's penis Wednesday. Sources said he was listed in good condition. Thursday, according to hospital spokesman, blah, 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 who, blah, blah, blah.
Why would you reattach it, by the way? Why won't you leave it off as a lesson?
Yeah. Let him learn. You cut your penis off, it's going to stay off.
You're not going to have it back.
He's charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of criminal damage to property.
His dick?
Yeah, is that...
He told
illegal to
paramedics
cut your dick off?
He was distraught over problems with his girlfriend in Poland.
That'll fix it.
She lives in Poland.
He had an episode. Your boyfriend threw his penis at police officers.
Yeah.
Well, let me go over there and patch things up.
Yeah, now it's time to really get back together with him.
Yeah.
Start anew.
Police arrived to see him smashing car windows. Fix then broke into a house down the block. A group of 6 or 7 officers assembled in front of the house. Dolan said the occupants were not home. Fick was bleeding when the officers arrived and may have already cut off his organ. At that point, this guy came running out naked with a handful of knives.
You fucking women see what you do to us.
Holy shit. He started throwing knives at the police officers that were 10, 20, 30 feet away. Fick threw his penis during the confrontation, too.
Imagine the cop, the ribbing he's going to take, the one who got hit with that for the rest of his fucking career. Got hit with a dick.
He then went back into the house and reemerged with another handful of knives.
Wow.
He threw his cock and then went back in for more
Back
weapons?
in.
Yes.
Oh, God, I have nothing else to throw.
You really only have one shot with your cock.
Yeah, make it count.
It's just one. You only have one. You could throw your nuts. At least you have 2. You could kind of get your bearings with the first one, fire for effect, and then hit him with the second one.
I wonder what he thought as his cock, especially if it was a bad throw, it landed in the hedges.
Oh, like what a waste of my cock. At least if you hit a cop in the mouth and it goes, oh. It's just like, hey, watch, drop the knife. Oh. And like your dick goes in his mouth. At least like as you're falling down from loss of blood, you go, my cock went right in his mouth.
The last sound you want to hear is...
Let's see. Dolan sneaked to the side of the bungalow's front steps and stunned Fick with the taser. Fick fought back when officers went to restrain him. And then here's a quote from Dolan, one of the officers. About 10 feet from the front porch, right on the sidewalk, was his penis. Just laying there.
You know how they really should have stunned him? Holding up a mirror and say, sir, you're throwing your own penis. If that doesn't stun you.
You know what? Stepped on it like a bug.
Can I say
right
how awful John Edwards' face is, by the way? That's all I had to say. I'm just looking on my TV, and he's awful. Dumb little teeny mouth. He looks like Lars Ulrich, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Lars.
You know the ants got right to the penis, too, as it's sitting on the sidewalk.
You think immediately, picked it up and started carrying it, trying to get it into a little ant hole?
Yeah, before the cops got to it.
This is interesting. This doesn't taste like cricket.
Trying to shove the big cock into the ant hole. It's not fitting.
You know how hard it is to find one of these? Hurry up. Quiet.
Let's see.
Horrible. That's an awful story.
As long as the penis, here's something we can learn today. As long as the penis is placed on ice and reattached within a few hours, the success is usually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure. I wonder if it works and feels the same, though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Every time you jerk off, you're afraid of pulling the...
Yeah, how long after they attach it can you then start jacking? Or else, before it pulls off?
30 years. Because I shaved my pubes. They're completely shaved. And
It's just horrific.
It's not.
That is really.
It's not.
I do a little shave down,
disgusting.
but that's taking it too far.
That's
not.
too much,
What's wrong with
Jimmy.
it?
We've talked about this in the past.
It's not.
No,
I'm not taking my dick out.
No. There's no reason for that. It's a fetish thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's
You want to be a
smooth.
hairless little boy.
No, dude.
You do.
All right, the
That's
men
not
with
true.
you want to be hairless.
That's not true.
That's not. Stop saying that.
No, I like the women like it. Women like it because it's just
No.
they do like it.
Some of them are creeped out by
You
it.
know what?
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
And I don't care if
Yes,
they are or not. I want a shaved box. I'm going to give you a shaved, might I say, delicious mouthful. I prefer to shave it. I like it hairless.
All right,
Even if I nick the shaft a couple times shaving.
Yeah. You guys, we missed the obvious joke with this severed penis story.
Yes.
We definitely did. That's why we have the greatest listeners in radio. Kirk in Idaho. Kirk.
Hi, guys.
Kirk.
Hey, how big of a faggot is this guy if he can only throw his cock 10 feet? Punching out, boys.
Didn't even think of how far he
look
threw
at,
his
look
cock.
at all the jokes coming in, and we just passed that little detail by.
Well, dude, maybe
Bud
when
in Texas.
Maybe when you're throwing your cock, your arm says, "I can't do it." You understand? It's there's something inside you that might not want to throw it that far.
Bud in Texas, go.
Bud.
Hey, I just want to say that story sounds like the old Superman show where the guy runs out of bullets and throws the gun.
Yeah, they'd shoot at Superman and shoot him in the chest, and it would just bounce off, and then he'd take the gun, look at it, and throw it at Superman, and Superman would dodge it.
Yeah, he would always
and move
duck.
out of the way. He'd
Duck.
stand there for the bullets, but he would duck when the guy threw the gun at him.
Yeah.
And this guy, kind of ran out of knives and
And
throw,
if you like
throw
that,
the penis.
And if you like that joke, we have a joke about Gilligan's Island and the coconuts.
Why
and
the
radios
professor,
and stuff.
What?
Could make a
That's
radio
okay.
out of a coconut, but can't fix the hole in the boat.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
That is a good
That's
question.
circa 1984 hack brick wall behind you.
I know,
comedy.
and if they can make a radio out of a coconut, why can't Bob Denver fix the lump in his head?
Why?
Fuck him. Why? Smoking pot, you're 75.
Old puddinhead.
Exactly. Achoo.
Oh.
It sounds like cold stew in a fucking metal bowl.
Oh.
Achoo.
Takes that wacky Gilligan hat off. It's filled with tapioca.
Right back and you'll hear a tale of a trick that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a pudding-headed man.
Smoked pot till he died.
5 passengers set sail.
He sneezed and it sounded like a thermos full of liquid. Sounded like a thermos full of liquid.
The tumor started getting big.
The tiny skull was full.
Ah, shit. Yeah, give us another minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Gilligan.
The skipper to
Radiation. And a bedpan to shit in.
Did you hear the Francine story?
No.
Holy crap.
Oh, Jimmy.
Dude, Francine came in with a couple stories that she taped with the boys.
Don't tell him a second of
I
it.
will not. Do you want to play the whole thing or just
I want the big highlights.
You want the
Gonna turn
highlight?
me
Yeah,
on?
we don't have time for
Dude,
yes, it'll
it
turn
could
you
be
on.
the biggest laugh you ever have. And because of this, we're going to do a show soon on this channel, Story Time with Francine.
Yeah.
She impressed us enough to get a couple hours.
Finally has a story worth telling, and she tells it.
I hope I don't fuck this up. I'm going to guess. So why don't you do the setup, Anthony, because I'll get to the, where it gets good.
Okay, she was telling a story, and this was really shocking. She got herself pregnant. She was pregnant.
When?
When
was
she
like
was
17,
17
I think?
years old.
Oh, I thought recently.
She got pregnant by some black guy and had no money for an abortion or anything. Her friends told her they were going to give her money, but she really didn't know what the fuck she was going to do. And things just worked out, I guess.
Ready for this?
Okay.
I don't know where the story picks up. I think this is about right.
So
could have just grabbed the baby while he was in there.
No, I wish I could have done that. But I'm at the dentist's office. I'm doing like a dental thingy, and I think it was a cleaning, not an orthopedic. What? Because that's for your teeth. And I like felt blood coming out. So I was like, I wonder what this is. So I called my girlfriend.
This story gets funnier and funnier, Fritz.
And she was like, I was like, listen, I got blood coming out my vagina, and I'm pregnant, so this shouldn't be my period. So she was like, well, I don't know what to do. So what I did was I was like, well, maybe I'm having my period anyway. So I jammed a tampon up my crotch, and I called another chick, and she was like, oh my God, are you crazy? Take that tampon out of your crotch and just go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, took out the tampon, and voila, all this red shit came out. It was the baby.
Oh, my damn.
It came out on its own.
Oh, man. You were covering up so much pain with that.
Oh,
laugh.
my God. The baby came out to the toilet.
Cheap boy.
Giving out cigars that say, it's a blob.
Is that the happiest miscarriage you've ever heard?
Wow.
She was so happy that friggin' thing fell into the toilet.
Normally, that's the way a guy feels when it happens to a girl.
How unbelievable is that?
Wow. She miscarried. She was 3 months also.
Oh, my
3
God.
months pregnant, so you know it was like Dinty Moore. Like dropping a can of Dinty Moore in the toilet.
Oh, no.
Whew.
Little bones like fish bones.
Oh.
They kind of
And
stick
how
together.
happy she was.
Oh,
just
man.
laughing and laughing.
Yeah, but you know what? She's like Hawkeye in The Last MASH.
Yeah.
It's a baby.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. But you know something? I questioned her about that and said, do you feel anything? You're laughing really hard. Is that covering up pain? And she's so stupid. I think she was honestly
dumb.
happy. Just, yay! Hooray! A miscarriage. Great stuff.
Francine's
Little
kind of
baby.
retarded.
Yeah.
Not just a little.
Well, she's going to tell some more stories soon. Danielle from Texas. What's up, Danielle?
I just wanted to tell little Jimmy that I love a shaved cock.
Thank you, Danielle. You do, right?
I do, because if I'm going to be down there, I don't want to have to move stuff around. I just want to get to it and do my thing.
That's right. What's your thing? Tell me.
Play with the balls. You mind the stepchildren. You go all the way down the shaft.
Hold on. Mind the stepchildren?
Huh?
Hold the balls, right?
Yes, and a little squeeze, not a big one, just a little one, just to let you know that I'm there. Go all the way down, deep throat, do a little sucking, and it's great.
You ever suck a guy's cock? Show me how you suck a guy's cock. The last time I'm going to ask you. Show me with your mouth. Show me with your mouth.
That's all I had to say.
You like a nice shaved cock, do you, huh?
I do. I'm going to shave my stuff for you. It's only nice that you shave yours for
I'm
me.
filling up a little bit.
Excuse me?
I'm filling up a little bit in my privates.
I don't know. It seems a little creepy. That's all.
It's not creepy. Let me show you.
No.
Well, that's all, boys. I just wanted to say that. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks, miss.
All right, Danielle.
Just look at the top.
No.
No.
Right there, look. It's not my dick.
No.
It's just the top. Go ahead.
No.
All right.
I'm not looking over there. You're not going to get me.
All right.
We're not looking.
You're lost.
You could show Pal Talk. How's
no,
that?
I can't show my dick on Pal Talk, but I just...
Well,
I can show the half rod I have.
All right, show him the half rods. Get it over with.
No, you can't see it from over there.
Well,
Oh,
the
you're on
camera's
camera?
on you.
Oh.
You've been on camera all morning. Look.
Oh, there you are.
All right, Pal Talk. There you go. Jimmy's showing you his.
Just the top of my pubis.
Oh,
Shave it.
Interrupt this program
What?
to bring
Shave it.
the ozone midget sighting of the day.
Wow, who saw this coming? Gary, what's up?
What's happening, guys?
Hey.
Love you out here in California. Multiple midget sighting.
Yeah?
The San Diego Little People's Association had a conference at a Hilton, and the lobby was covered with them, dude.
Ew. Wow.
There were step stools at every sink, step stools at every payphone, tables full of them in the bar, teenage little ones. It was freaking nuts. Go to the website, stlpa.com.
Great.
Wait, STLPA.com?
The San Diego Little People's Association.
Wait, SDLPA.
Do they all look like the same person, but they just had different hairstyles? Like different.
They're all dressed different. They're little punk rock teenagers.
They
and
all
there
look the
were,
same.
Now,
The
you
dwarf.
couldn't tell how old they were. So there was some sitting in the bar that you thought were kids, and there were ones you thought were adults that were playing on the stairs acting like kids.
It is actually. It's just one midget with a bunch of mirrors trying to convince the world
There
that he
you go.
shouldn't be squashed.
Hey, love you guys, man.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
So there you go, Pal Talk. There's Jimmy's cock. Let's go to Ryan the trucker. Ryan, what's up?
Hey, guys. Opie, I want to know, can I get my rig anywhere near F.H. Riley's?
Wow.
Rig parking, huh?
Wow.
You know, I mean, no, I don't have to get right there. I mean, somewhere close enough where I can get a cab, man. I'm clear out on the West Coast, and I want to come back there and meet some of the other freaks.
Ant's from Huntington. Wow, I don't know what you would do.
I would say on a nice day, he'd have to park probably up by the Big H Shopping Center, Opie, and then walk down.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Or get a cab from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was curious about, man. I just want to come back here.
Well,
Friday show, you guys ruled.
All right, thanks. Yeah, because it's a small town, so I don't know. I don't know how you're going to pull that off. But
of course, there'll be nothing left in or of your trailer if you park it up there.
Yeah, good point.
Huntington Station.
Oh, bad, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Jimmy,
Yeah.
when you come into Reno, brother, I want to see a show.
I've never been out there. I'd like to just go to the Bunny Ranch. It's 11 o'clock already?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you come out there and I'll take you to the Bunny Ranch.
Dude, Dennis is a good friend of mine. I think he'll just comp me, so I wouldn't ask you to spend your money, but thank you. I would love to go to give a report.
By the way, speaking of my brother's
goodbye,
restaurant, I got to give him props. F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington. I'm going to be there someday during the week, by the way, and we'll do late night karaoke in the near future.
Yes.
The New York Times did a review on F.H. Riley's over the weekend and gave it a good review. That's pretty solid. The stupid review guy killed him on a few things that just wasn't fair.
But the criticism they gave, I read the review.
Oh, you read the review?
But the criticism said, like, well, with a little work, this can be fixed. He really didn't shit on it.
Well, the guy came there 3 weeks after opening the doors.
And he did say that.
When my brother was still trying to get his staff together and stuff. But complimented him on the food.
Yeah.
And that's a good sign. So the whole review's up on whackbag.com.
Yeah.
But getting a good review from the New York Times is not bad for a Long Island restaurant.
Especially since they're saying that the food was good. They weren't complaining about the food. At least add the desserts. They cooked too much one dessert. It's like such minor criticism.
Yeah, they got a little too crazy with their detail.
Yeah.
And my brother was slightly bummed. I'm like, dude, welcome to the world where people criticize you and write about you and never get it right.
Yeah, just fix those things. The teeny things. They're all fixable.
But he did get a good review in the end, so that was pretty exciting for him and the restaurant. All right, what do you got over there, Ant?
Is that Happy?
No, baby girl.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, I see his bosoms.
I see her. She's in her panties and a little top, and she was sitting up.
Is she in her underpants?
On her bed.
I like a girl in her underpants.
In her underpants.
Why is she not moving? She looks like the front of a ship. It's the torso.
Let's go to Aaron. Aaron.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Just want to play what I learned?
Yeah.
I learned that interns will wear dresses to get airtime.
Oh, very good. We did learn that today. Let's say hi to Schmitty in Massachusetts. Schmitty, we end with you today. Make it good.
Today I learned that a 500-pound moose in the passenger seat still won't get you in the carpool lane.
That sucks.
That sucks.
That's it. I'm out of here.